Once hailed as a quirky internet power couple with viral sketches and millions of fans, that sounds like you and I, Jordan, actually.
Yeah.
Stephen Hilton and Laura Cleary's picture-perfect image has unraveled into a public storm of allegations, restraining orders, and emotional fallout. That was my favorite Mission Impossible movie, Fallout. Not really relevant to the conversation right now, but just wanted to throw that out there.
Don't know what it is, but yeah, shout out.
What do you mean you don't know what Mission Impossible is?
I know Mission Impossible. I don't know which one Fallout is.
It's the one with Henry Cavill and he
them.
reloads his arms like they're guns when he walks into the bathroom. Do you not remember that one?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Look, all Mission Impossibles are exactly the same to me. It's just like, oh,
no, that's not true. One of them has
off.
Henry Cavill with reloading arm guns. They're cool.
And that's the only reason you like it. Holy fuck! Okay.
I mean, that's the only reason I need to
out.
like it. Yeah. To continue on with this story, though, what began as a story of creative partnership and family turned dark, and accusations of drug relapses, manipulation, and safety concerns for their children have since surfaced. An incredibly bizarre turn of events. Welcome to Red Thread. I had to insert the little comedy, the comedic aspect of Mission Impossible there, because the rest of this episode is going to be dark and depressing. Welcome, Jordan. We're joined by Kira, who is an definitely knows way more about this case than I do, and you do, definitely. So I'm glad to have you here, Kira, for this one.
Thank you. But I will also say that there is so much to this and it's so messy that even I don't know everything. So it's crazy.
Well, spoken like a true expert, though. Anyone with a PhD says that.
I mean, it's still developing. It's still a developing little drama story on the internet. It's still in active development. So yeah, a lot of details are still up in the air. And of course, accusations are being thrown from each side of this conflict. So conflicting information, et cetera, et cetera. Jordan, you haven't heard of this, have you?
No.
I haven't
But as
either.
soon as I even just look at their faces, I'm thinking, fuck, I'm subscribing. They've just got something to them, don't they? Immediately off the bat. It's just like, yeah, it's just they're just as social media-y as you can get.
Oh yeah, they look like they were made in a lab to podcast. Unlike us, when we weren't made for this. This life didn't choose us. We chose it.
We crawled our way out of the mines.
Yep.
And figured out the skills ad hoc. Like
went well above our stations. Well beyond our calling for life. So before we get into the story of Laura Cleary and Stephen Hilton, it's important to underline this episode with a few notes. There is a lot of speculation online, a lot of which is fueled by the individuals directly involved themselves. We will go over what is available online and what the two have decided to share, but the situation between the two is ongoing, and there are real people, including real children, involved, and it involves the impact of social media and drugs on families. So I guess that's a little bit of a trigger warning if anyone is, very uncomfortable around those subjects. This is the entire episode, so just keep that in mind. There are also hundreds of videos from the pair surrounding the drama together and separately, so things will be missed or otherwise intentionally omitted for the sake of brevity. If anyone remembers or knows of any key discussion points that we've missed, or even if like something explosive happens in the next week or months, please feel free to add them in the comments below respectfully and without harassing the individuals involved, because that obviously does no one any good, including us on this channel. So please don't do that. To sum this drama up to people who aren't aware of it, Stephen Hilton and Laura Cleary were a married couple known for their online content together. Laura herself was extremely popular on Facebook with, get this, Jordan, you've never heard of Laura Cleary before, right?
No.
15 million followers on Facebook.
Holy hell.
I know. That always blows
Just
my
her
mind.
and prank teens. Yeah.
It always blows my mind whenever I hear of someone, like someone tells me someone's like YouTube handle or something, and they're like, oh, and they've got, 15 million, 25 million, 50 million subscribers. And I'm like, I've never once heard of this person before in my life. And I'm like, pretty deep on the internet in terms of myself. Like I'm actively using the internet a lot. Like I would get it if you've never heard of them, Jordan, because you literally live in a cave. But me, I'm in there.
This is your cave.
Yeah, this is my cave. Yeah.
You know every crevice.
I am like Sisyphus.
And yet, what? So you never found these ones? These were two shadows on Plato's cave that you hadn't noticed.
Yeah. But man, what a fucked Plato's allegory that would be. But no, no, I've never heard of them, which is absolutely surprising because they are massive, and including in just this drama story alone, it is a pretty big deal on the internet. A lot of videos have been made about it. There's entire like snark subreddit set up with, tens of thousands of members actively engaged in discussions about it. So it is. So
they're kind of like K-pop stars, are they? They have anti-fans.
Kira, what? No, not really. I mean, he definitely does now. People that are actively in discussion about his antics.
But it's definitely because of what they have done and their behavior.
Yeah.
And that has promoted the people, because they both, as with anyone online, have haters, but the snark and stuff has really exploded from the situation.
From the drama. Yeah. But before that, they were both relatively well liked, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because they do, like, you just see from their opening photo, it's the most squeaky clean. It looks like I'm watching Humphrey Bear or something.
You mean this opening photo? This will be up on screen for audio listeners of them in a podcast setting. Two different. He looks. I mean, she looks like a normal podcaster there, but I reckon he looks like crazy there. And homeless.
That's when he had.
He looks homeless.
I don't know about homeless. Maybe not homeless.
Actually, you know what? All right, I'll say this. He does have the crazy eyes, but he looks like a homeless man that has been on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy just like half an hour ago. Like, he doesn't look like he's got tattered clothes.
All right, he looks Hollywood
like
homeless.
Shoe.
He looks Hollywood homeless. He looks Hollywood homeless, like Beverly Hills homeless. Like he's homeless is still like a $2 million mansion. It's just not up to standards with what Will Smith is currently living in. Like there's levels at that scale.
Yeah, okay. He's Hollywood homeless.
Coming to chapter 1, falling in and out of love online. So Laura Cleary and Stephen Hilton met at a friend's party, bonding over the fact that they were both sober and recovering alcoholics. So they were both alcoholics, right, Kira?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Stephen, I mean, you can't be an online celebrity without having a few vices here and there. Like, you don't get big without being an alcoholic, I think. It just makes you funner. Until it doesn't, right? Like, you need something.
It's such a thing.
It is such a thing. I'm partially joking here, but it is true in that, like, every single, true artist online or just in general, like Hollywood as well, they've all got like substance abuse issues because they feel like they need to in order to perform, like to always put on a good show.
It's always the case, isn't it? So honestly, kids don't do drugs,
obviously.
However,
if you want to be cool, though, do drugs.
Yeah, and a millionaire celebrity with all of your dreams come true, I think that there's a shortcut.
Yeah. Hey, don't do this awesome thing. Don't do this awesome thing that'll make you super successful and give you the best moments of life. Don't do it.
And loved by everyone, by 15 million people. Huh?
I said it goes bad eventually, so... Yeah,
that's always the thing. Like, I don't know. Every druggo that I've ever known, they have this level of hilarity that you can never match, ever.
No. Because what is it? It's just the confidence to be able to say whatever comes to your mind and not have to run it through social programming filters.
Well, I think that it also must, I don't know, maybe rewire your brain so that it is funnier. So it is making strange connections. Because that's always what I'm laughing at. At the end, it's like I've just walked into some funhouse ride, and then I think, what was the last 3 hours? I can't even remember. It was all just really funny. And then
well, maybe
at
that's
some
just
point,
you
like
being
you
drunk
say,
as well. Like if you're drunk, then everything is also funnier.
No, man, I'm thinking of very specific sets in my life of meeting friends after high school, years down the road, who have become druggos, just on the street, being like, crap. I don't want to see these people. Then getting into a conversation with them, then being on the street, being like, for like 3 hours, and then leaving. And then at some point, like you say, every single time, the laughs stop. And then they just become kind of shells.
Yeah.
Isn't it a weird pattern? I don't know. As soon as you said that, I thought, it's kind of just registering in my head. That's exactly what happens.
Oh, well, I've just put the connection that drug addiction is bad to you.
You've
only just made that
now
connection.
That you mentioned it, Jackson.
Yeah, it doesn't go that well
He's right,
every single time. Dropping hard truth here. So Stephen, an established composer and producer with a pretty big filmography list, right? He's like worked on a lot of movies in terms of composing their soundtracks.
Right.
He states, I remember reading a detail where he stated that like Hans Zimmer himself invited him to live in the US, like got him through, because he's originally from the UK. Like Hans Zimmer invited him to the US and like eased him through the immigration process. I don't know if that's true or not, but he does have a filmography that would support the idea that he is connected to people in the movie music industry. That's interesting. He had recently moved to the United States from England when he met Laura, who herself was pursuing a career in acting. The pair married in 2012, pivoting their careers to online content, growing a significant online platform for themselves. While Stephen has social media, a lot of the content was on Laura's platforms. Her YouTube channel currently has just under 1 million subscribers, her Instagram 3.1 million followers, and her Facebook 14 million followers. Interesting. So she's like primarily a Facebooker, Kira.
Yeah, that's where she has said that most of her income comes from.
I would assume she got pretty active on TikTok as well, though, with the advent of that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Stephen, on the other hand, only has an Instagram account with a measly 500,000 followers. Embarrassing. Pathetic.
Jackson.
Stephen sucks.
Yeah, fuck Stephen. Hashtag not my alcoholic.
Not my preferred partner in this specific couple.
Yeah, I'm Team Laura right now, guys.
What? Because she's got more followers?
Yeah, I mean, I'm that easy and that easy to impress. A lot of their content together was funny skits about their relationship and also funny characters like Pamela Pupkin. Is that meant to be pumpkin or is that Pamela Pupkin?
I think that's how it's spelled, but she has an accent. I think it's like Pamela Pupkin.
Okay.
When she says it. She has like this funny accent. Yeah.
So the joke is that she doesn't say words right?
No, it's like I think it's an accent.
Okay.
Maybe like
a redneck?
Southern American. Yeah. The like, so it says here she does funny workout videos and they are pretty funny.
Okay. There you go. So Stephen was heavily involved in these and the videos became very popular. Laura began a podcast. She's in our space, Jordan, and also way more successful than we'll ever be in this space. Laura began a podcast, Idiot, in July 2022. On June 23rd of the following year, she uploaded an episode titled, quote, this is the title, "We Are Getting a Divorce," which featured Stephen himself. A little awkward, very somber, the two seemed amicable in the episode. Notably, Laura called Stephen a special person at the beginning of the episode. That's cute. They had already announced that they had separated in 2022, 10 months prior, but the divorce spread around the internet before they had announced it, with the public knowing that Laura filed for divorce against Stephen. Man, that's going to be embarrassing, right? Knowing that all of that is public information before you even announce it. People know that you're getting divorced and also that the other person divorced you and not the other way around. How would you feel, Jordan?
Also, on top of that, the fact that she has more followers.
Yeah, that too. Oh my God.
Like
your gravy
shit,
train is
wouldn't it?
departing the station.
Totally.
Oh,
and you're
man.
not getting another one.
Wait, would
As Jackson pointed out, 14 million followers on Facebook. You're either that or you're some Indian pop star. That's it. And those are your options. And I don't think you're going to woo any of them.
When did I point that out? I don't remember making the Indian.
No, those were your specific words. Your words, Jackson. And now you're trying to crawl away from them. Because you don't want everybody to live up to their dreams of getting tens of millions of followers on Facebook.
No, of course
And
not.
you realise that you've been outed. Fuck, Jackson. You've got a lot of grounds for divorce, don't you? Lies within lies.
In that case, though, like, because he's getting divorced from a more successful person, but she happens to be a woman. What happens in terms of like child support payments? Does she have to pay him?
Yeah. She has to pay him half.
Damn, that's fucking awesome,
Holy
actually.
shit. Okay, the gravy train continues.
Never mind,
Go,
I'm Team
son.
Steven now.
Oh, yeah, how could you not be?
Yeah, I'm
Free
swapping.
money.
Please.
And he's an alcoholic. Oh, I'm sure there's some
So
good
you know
times
he's
ahead.
funny. Yeah. So they told viewers that they shouldn't pick a side between the two. Never mind. I rescind my loyalties. I'm back on. I'm back in the middle.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm ready to be wooed by either party. They were friends, they were co-parents, and while separating was hard, they seemed to be handling it with grace, with the ultimate intention of wanting to keep a healthy situation for the kids. Oh yeah, they had kids. I forgot about that part. Man, that always makes things... This would be just a lot more goofy and funny if there were no kids involved, right?
It's just two people that got married and then quickly... Yeah, I suppose that would be more goofy and funny.
Yeah,
right?
it would just be funny at that point. But then as soon as kids come into the picture, it's like, oh man, there's innocent people involved here who didn't have a say in the matter. Fuck you, Jordan, for laughing at this, you piece of shit. That's how I feel now.
I'm a bad surrogate father.
Yeah, you're a bad, bad man. They talk about their separation, and the reason was given that they were becoming different people with different points of view and political views alongside major life events happening. They skirt around direct words, but it seems like Stephen blamed vaccines and the push from friends around them for their son's autism. Jesus, this got real very quick. So wait.
Stephen's got the fucking numbers on him. That's mad.
Stephen became an anti-vax Akira?
Yes, so it seems that he his political views kind of changed and went down that sort of rabbit hole where he doesn't trust a lot of things and like didn't say it directly, but has also since kind of said that he thinks that vaccines and things like that was the reason that his son maybe is autistic, or like his son is very nonverbal.
Right. Okay, so he blames vaccines for that.
God, isn't it incredible? It's always COVID. COVID broke a lot of people's minds.
I mean, just COVID broke society in general. Well, obviously it broke society over 2020, but like the long-term ramifications from the societal imbalances that COVID brought, like still being felt to this day. Like you think about it, there were like 3 years during that time period. Well, maybe less, but like, yeah, there was a substantial amount of time period where like developing children were like basically isolated and locked away from like the most formative, important years of their lives, which obviously you're dealing with a mass global pandemic, so it needs to be done. But I mean, you can't just ignore the ramifications from that as well. They do exist, and there are definitely developmental issues across the board. And also, like, I look around online now and I see like these like fringe communities pop up, like subreddits where it's very clear that these people have some form of like mass hysteria about COVID and are still like isolating and stuff. And
yeah,
still,
it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's pretty wild how much society has changed after the COVID once in a lifetime kind of event.
I just don't understand how it happened though. Like, because like this, for instance, COVID is the reason that they're getting a divorce. You can't change my mind on this.
No, I think people have changed and divorced even before COVID. I don't think we can
prove it, Jackson.
I can't.
Doesn't seem to be in this document, does it?
Well, my parents are still together, so I guess you're right. Chapter 2.
I don't know how they escaped that mass pandemic. Good for them.
Yeah, a testament to love and strength.
That seems to okay. I just need everyone to know. I do understand that COVID wasn't about divorce specifically. I just need to get that to be on record. I understand that it was about children getting autism.
Yes,
now, let's continue on.
That's the most important aspect. And it should be said that this episode is brought to you by Factor. Over to me to talk to you about Factor. Being a busy adult means that sometimes you don't have enough time to cook delicious food. That's why a lot of us turn to fast food. Factor, though, they cut through all of that noise and all of those issues like it's nothing. Factor's easy to prepare, chef-prepped meals are dietitian approved and delivered straight to your door. That's where you live. Then it's simple. You just take the meals, heat them up in your microwave. Within minutes, you're eating healthy and delicious food. And then guess what? No cleanup. No massive big pots and pans to go through. No, millions of utensils that you use while cooking. None of that. Just, I mean, you can put the Factor meal in a bowl, I guess, if you don't want to just eat it straight out of the the thing that it comes in. But at that point, that's like one bowl and maybe a fork. That's all you got to clean up. It's that good. The amount of time you save is just incredible. With an enormous selection of weekly meal options, you'll be spoiled for choice across the board. It's a smorgasbord, I love that word, smorgasbord of options available over at Factor for you to choose from. That's why 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier life. Because the food is delicious and nutritional. They've even got Asian-inspired meals influenced from places like China and Thailand at the moment. So you can go check those out on the menu. I've used Factor and it is delicious. So eat smart at factormeals.com/redthread50off and use code redthread50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code redthread50off at factormeals.com for 50% off plus free shipping. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. And now, back to the episode. And now back, Chapter 2, Cracks
Hell
Appear.
yeah, double dose of Jackson.
What everyone wants.
You're lucky today, aren't you?
Cracks appear. Things between the two had been, to what we knew at the time, amicable and peaceful between their separation and divorce, but that was quickly revealed to have not been the case. It was clear that throughout any of their private issues, they had still wanted to attempt co-parenting for their children. They even started a joint podcast together, with the idea being that sharing their struggles and successes while going through a divorce would be helpful to people and also lucrative, which is, I added that part, which is the obvious goal of that. Like, no, the YouTubers don't want to help people. Actually, they want you endlessly engaged with their content. And obviously people that live like this, that's their primary goal, not to help people.
No, that's actually really, I'm glad that you put that in, Jackson, because if you didn't, I would have been like, wow, what concerned citizens. You shattered the illusion.
I should clarify though, on this show, we do it to spread awareness of the events that we talk about.
Yes, of our previous sponsor. Yeah.
Of Factor. Check them out. No, yeah, we do it for money. But situations began to compile, which quickly forced a wedge between them. Stephen was arrested in December of 2022 for battery on spouse, cohabitant, former spouse, so Laura. He was held on a $20,000 bail. The situation seemed to have arisen after Stephen attempted to get back into Laura's home, but was angry that the locks had been changed. According to Reddit threads and other comments online at the time, Stephen said that this situation was an altercation that got out of hand and that he was actually defending a woman at the time. Kira, what's that mean? I mean, I know what it means, but like, did he go into detail about who the other woman was?
No, I didn't see anything about who the other woman was. If it is out there somewhere, maybe I missed it. But it seems that he was trying to say that he was arrested because a situation had occurred where a woman was in danger and he was trying to help them out.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Okay, but battery on spouse, I mean, that's pretty straightforward in terms of legal definitions. That is literally battering on your spouse, which is not good, obviously. Controversial opinion, but it's against the law for a reason, folks. So I mean, that's pretty straightforward. I don't know how he could justify beating his ex-wife to defend a woman, I mean, I guess maybe his argument would be like they were in a cat fight or something. Maybe, but there's no evidence to suggest that. No evidence has come forward to suggest that there was something, along those lines. So very weird.
Is he a nut? Is he imagining the woman?
Yeah, he is very nutty. You'll come to find out that he is very, very, very unhinged. So, yeah, and future events, like, he justifies in very odd ways. So I completely buy that he is just straight up lying here or living in delusion. Stephen spent the night in jail, as confirmed by Laura recently on TikTok and her podcast. Quote, even after he was arrested for domestic abuse, he was arrested for domestic assault, spent the night in jail. I still forgave. I forgave him because he begged me that he would do better. He begged me that he would change. He begged me that he would be a healthy father and co-parent and do whatever he had to do. And no, the abuse just continued. End quote. Yeah, I mean, my allegiance is now pretty firmly on Laura's side. I don't think that there's any.
Hey, they said not to take sides.
Yeah, my bad. I can't help it. He's a domestic abuser. Like, that's pretty bad. Like straight up. He was arrested and charged for it. I don't think there's any like denying it. So there's not much nuance there. Steven's erratic behavior online also prompted many fans and onlookers to start to think that he may have been slipping back into addiction. Oh man, addiction's rough, eh? Have you ever been addicted to anything, Jordan?
Oh, fuck yeah.
What have you been addicted to?
Name it, I'm addicted to it.
Put it on
holding
record.
up a crack pipe right now.
Man, that's way too hard for me. I thought you were going to say like Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something.
Yeah, and I'm not you, Jackson.
Yeah, please.
We all have our own interests.
Leave it to the experts.
Imagine my Yu-Gi-Oh set collection. Thank you very much.
Kira, have you ever been addicted to anything?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Oh, come on. Surely you've been addicted to
Maybe
something.
Coke Zero?
Yeah, Coke Zero. You do go through that pretty hard.
Yeah?
I do.
Yeah.
And now Red Bull, no sugar.
Yeah.
I do hit that pretty hard.
Yeah, but I still think you could just stop. I think you're not addicted to the point where if you stop drinking it for 3 days, like you'd start to get itchy or anything like that. I think it's more so.
God, no.
Yeah, you've just got the habit. Once you break the habit, though, I think you'd be fine. Whereas proper, clinical addiction, like with Jordan's crack pipe over there, if he stopped that, within 3 days, he'd be like sweating and going through withdrawals and things like that. And he'd find it very hard to actually break the habit. Whereas I think you'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I maintain I could quit at any time.
He can't. He's tried several times. But that's what makes him funny. So I'm all for it.
Bro, crack addiction. Fuck. I think actually, the Coke Zero one does definitely count for sure. I got to ask this as well, Kira. Do your teeth feel weird?
That's just the crack, Jordan.
No.
Right. Okay. Right. It's just disregard that.
I try to drink it with a straw to save my teeth.
That is a real smart move.
I was going to say that is an
straight
addict
to the
move.
organs.
That is an addict move.
True.
That is
it is an addict move, but it's a smart addict move.
Yeah.
It's you are the equivalent of me with I only smoke it. I'm not like those filthy cunts that inject it,
She's the wiliest Coke addict.
The wiliest. It's always the zero stuff always afterwards. It always feels like it's more fucked.
Well, no, it's you're probably feeling it being less fucked because it has less sugar that is like burning your teeth.
No, but it has artificial sugar.
Yeah, but I think that the feeling that Jordan is talking about with Coke is literally the acid that's tearing through your teeth. Like the absence of that feels weird, probably.
Oh, is that what? Holy shit.
I don't know. I have no clue.
That's so good. Like, so when I'm having Coke Zero, I'm just being like, something's missing.
Yeah.
And what it is it's not literally melting my teeth.
It's the pain, the absence of pain. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's terrifying. I'll stick to my crack, thank you very much.
Yeah, I can't believe my teeth haven't fallen out yet.
Are you proud of your teeth?
No, I'm not. Fuck no, I'm not proud of my teeth. My bottom row of teeth is like all kinds of chopped. I need to get like Invisalign or something. I'm just lazy.
Oh, that'd be so good. Chomper Jackson with those real 80s American veneers.
Can we?
You'd be unstoppable.
Let's fund my me turning myself into an 80s businessman with like giant, white veneers, like giant curly whites. Yeah, let's do it. Fuck yeah. Please.
Here, if you don't chip in, you're a bad partner.
Yeah, and that's grounds for divorce already.
We are growing into different people.
Yeah. Yeah. Me growing into different people is me with white teeth, giant white teeth.
You're just not on my level anymore, Kira.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just not the same person anymore, Kira. As you can see from my white teeth.
So I'd be like, I can't see, they're blinding my eyes.
Yeah. Every time I open my mouth, it's like a flashbang. Steven's erratic behavior online also prompted many fans and onlookers to start to think that he may have been slipping back into addiction, especially when he released a video after he was cleared from the charges saying, quote, "No charges are going to be brought, so I'm in the clear. I mean, I really learned a lesson. My attorney said if I get into any more altercations, they're going to bring this up, so I can't. Don't provoke me, anyone." Wait, let's watch that video.
Whoa, what a weird end.
Yeah,
sentence.
you need to watch the video because it's a specific way that he says it.
All right, I'm watching the video now.
No charges are going to be brought. So I'm in the clear. I mean, I really learned a lesson. Don't provoke me, anyone.
Jesus!
My attorney said if I get into any more physical altercations, they're going to bring this up. So I can't. Don't provoke me, anyone.
It's a bit chopped because it's edited.
Okay, keeps going on it.
Yeah, we can stop there. Okay, so he says, don't provoke me, anyone. I mean, it's clearly a joke, but he's got the very, like, crackhead kind of vibe to him, doesn't he? Like, very skittishy, very weird, very uncomfortable. He'll provoke me,
That guy's, he's not just an alcoholic, for sure.
Well, no, definitely not. Stephen around this time also launched a GoFundMe titled Help Me on My Music Healing Mission, where he wanted to raise $20,000, which was conveniently around the same amount of money he needed for his bail. Interesting. $20,000. They were living in a mansion at the time, weren't they? Like they have 15 million subscribers. He's got money. He's got 500,000 followers on fucking Instagram or whatever. He'd be able to make money through brand deals and stuff like that. Asking for $20,000.
Dude, I reckon he spent it all on crack, honestly. Like, seriously looking at him after that, that guy is a druggo.
Yeah, but it's the boogie thing. Like, you had a successful career for X amount of years. You should have, like, cultivated and amassed your money sensibly in a, proper way. And then it's not on your fans to then fund your life after that fact with GoFundMes. Like, GoFundMes should be relegated for people, like, in actual trouble, like cancer and stuff like that, instead of...
Yeah, bulldogs whose back legs don't work.
Yeah, shit like that.
Oh.
Where can I donate to said bulldog?
Kira's already getting $20 ready.
Where's my purse?
Like you said that to the bulldog and not my one of like person suffering from cancer, by the way.
Sad.
What about a bulldog with no back legs and cancer, Kira?
Oh, stop.
Just gonna break down into tears. Now, let me throw this one out there, Kira. What about Stephen with his music healing mission? Are you ready to donate to that?
I'll pass on that one.
Dude, honestly, I feel really sad looking at the photo. I'm sadder than I'm about the bulldog. Anytime I ever see any GoFundMe, no matter what it is, and it has 7 donations. I've got to donate. It's so, huh?
What's more depressing in that situation, that he hasn't raised his goal, or that 7 people were stupid enough to give money to this millionaire?
I don't know. It's all sad. It's just the bar's barely off the beginning. It's like you can barely see the green part of it.
Yeah, but still too much.
It's pathetic.
$585. How much crack does that get you?
Talking from a friend that I know, but I'd say that'd get you a good grand.
Okay, well, there we go. That lasted him probably, a day or two. So, successful mission on his part.
It is really strange, isn't it, when you see major celebrities that are doing shit like basically begging.
Yeah, e-begging. It's pathetic. It's so fucking pathetic. And again, because it's the platform. The platform isn't meant for that. Go make an OnlyFans or something. Contribute. Don't just ask for money from a platform where, like, the only acceptable recipients of money on that platform should be people in people whose houses have been firebombed, for example. Those are the true people in need.
They're the real victims.
Stephen's posts on social media over time became increasingly more strange, and Laura's posts herself were becoming more cryptic about something bad that was happening in the relationship. Viewers of Stephen's content said he was becoming paranoid and fidgety, and his pupils, which most believed were signs that he was using drugs. Wait, so his pupils were dilated, I assume, or something. His pupils were going wild. Absolutely nuts from what I hear. Others speculated that he may have had underlying mental health issues. I mean, most addicts do, right? Is it possible to be completely mentally healthy and then become an addict?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't know. Everyone that I know that is a druggo was a nut beforehand.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. I don't know anyone that I would say was not already mentally unwell before they became a true drug addict. like a level 5 drug addict. Chapter 3, the Reveal All podcast. Laura stayed silent through this at the time. She forgave Stephen and wanted to remain peaceful for the kids. They, Laura mostly, continued to use humor online about their relationship and the difficulties of co-parenting, with both of them still featuring in a lot of the videos that she would make around the subject. We have 2 examples here that we are going to play right now. Are you ready for example 1?
Co-parenting is fun.
What do you think we should get the kids for Christmas?
You know, I'm not really interested in participating in the consumerist scam that is Christmas.
You mean you don't want to pay for the presents?
Correct. I'm growing my cult. I mean, my business, okay?
I was thinking we can get Alfie a skateboard and Poppy a globe.
And how do we know the Earth isn't flat?
Science?
Wait, what time is it?
10 a.m.?
Whoa. I think there was just a glitch in the Matrix.
I'm not going to ask what that means.
Hey, did you know that Coca-Cola invented Father Christmas?
You know, I'm actually more disturbed that you call Santa Claus Father Christmas than I am about that insane theory.
Right, if you don't believe me, why are they both red and white? Riddle me that.
Okay, I think we get it. I think
Yeah.
so. She's making like snarky vines, whatever, shorts about the co-parenting situation and how, you know, how detestable her ex is now to her and how he's going wacko mode talking about conspiracy theories and vaccines bad or whatever. Example 2, though, we're going to play this
Has
one
both of them.
right now, is interesting because it has both of them in the video, which shows that they were, you know, collaborating on content still at the time.
Bye, you little scoundrels!
Where are Alfie's shoes?
I think that's a question for him.
Why does Poppy have underwear on her head?
That's her princess crown.
Oh, right.
It's a princess crown.
Alfie's in a dress. I thought you were against that.
It was the only clean item of clothing in the house.
You, going on another date with that 25-year-old?
At least I'm not going to see bloody Slipknot.
Okay, moshing helps with my mom rage.
There's a croc
Oh my
on your
God.
roof.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
If we were still together, I'd help you get it.
Oh, real mature.
This is so
Okay.
weird. This is so
Yeah.
fucking weird. Like this being content is so fucking weird, Jordan.
Why?
What do you mean why? It's just like
Well, I'm not getting it. Like, they're just hanging out, aren't they?
they're just hanging out, but they're like he was charged with domestic abuse and stuff, and like putting your First of all, putting your children in content is just weird. I hate that shit.
Fuck, I've never even thought about that before. Yeah, that is weird.
It's very
Especially,
weird.
yeah, that's kind of okay. That actually, because I've just never really engaged with it. I know that these things exist, but even thinking about it for 5 or 6 seconds, just those like family YouTube things.
Yeah. Oh man, they're hotbeds. They're hotbeds for like abuse and stuff. Do you remember the Daddy of 5 situation? Have you heard of that one?
Jackson, you know the answers. No.
Okay, Kira.
Yeah.
Moving on.
You know, it was another one of those. It was another like channel based around like the family unit. You know, whenever the bunch of these channels where like families started vlogging themselves as a family, involving their kids and stuff. And it came out like after a few years of that they were incredibly abusive to one of the youngest children there, and they were like putting him through these horrible pranks on video to like scar him for views, basically, just doing like really deplorable shit. And
Oh,
he
I
was
think I remember this. I remember reading an article about
constantly living in like PTSD from the situations that they would put him
Still?
through. Well, no, at the time, like he was
at
like
the time.
yeah, it was really bad. And there's
Oh
plenty
my
of these
God.
situations where these people are just fucking weird. Like it's just really uncomfortable stuff. I hate it. I hate family vloggers. Well, also
It is a strange combination of what you were saying before of mentally ill people that are also money hungry.
yeah.
Imagine
clearly.
living in that household.
And it's my favorite word of all time, but also narcissists. And it's just very narcissistic to think that people care
He
about your
likes it.
family life. That too, yeah.
Oh, people care about your family life as well. Well, I mean, they're not wrong. They usually do have tens of millions of subscribers.
Well, obviously
But-
obviously it's true, but still, just thinking that in the first place.
It's also really creepy because I remember reading the psychology in this book that they were saying, in this article about that instance that you were talking about, Jackson. I think it was that one anyway. How scary is this? They're saying that the reason that there's so many children watching is because children get off on watching another child getting punished.
Wait, so the main audience of these family channels is children?
I don't know if it's like the main audience, but like an element of it is kids.
Well, I was
And
going to
kids.
ask, like,
Yeah.
these channels are very popular. Who the fuck is the audience? Who's watching these videos? Like, I don't understand. Like a 28-year-old person, as a 28-year-old person right now, why the fuck would I watch a family? Like, just for fun? Why would I sit down and be like, oh, what's the Mornsteins up to tonight? I got to tune in to find out, their adventure to Disneyland. Like, what the fuck? Who's watching this? Like, perpetually alone 40-year-old women? I don't understand.
That's a good question.
Who's
That's
watching
a really
it?
Good question.
Creeps.
Creeps? You think it's all pedophiles?
I think a lot of it is for like family channels. and
Well,
stuff.
then, how
Why
do
would
you feel?
pedos be into it though?
Well, children. What do you mean?
Children.
Yeah,
Unfiltered.
I guess, but like
access to
it's
watching
just like
children.
they're going to Disneyland and stuff with their parents.
Yeah, but
It
like
just seems more like
pedophiles-
voyeuristic of like, you know what I think it is? It's more just it. I think it's that movie where Robin Williams just plays like a photo guy. I
No.
think it's called 1 Hour Photo or something like that. I reckon
No.
it's that. Probably just a bunch of very sad, lonely people being like, and now they're going to Universal Studios. Little Caleb looks so happy.
Sitting there in his like dark, dingy basement with like their family's merch. He's like wearing a t-shirt with the child's face on it. It's so sad. Oh.
Don't you think? Oh my God, that actually could be what it is.
I don't know. I think it's like 50% that.
Extremely lonely, sad people.
Well,
I think it's
yeah,
a bit
yeah.
of all of it.
50% that and 50% pedophiles. I think there is a large amount of pedophiles in the audience. Probably.
Isn't it? Oh my God. Okay, if you are aware of that and you're the parents.
Well, that's what I was going to
that's
say.
all right.
You're
That's-
creating
what the
content for
fuck?
pedophiles, maybe, or also sad people. I don't know what's worse. I don't know. I mean, obviously the pedophiles are worse, but like, what's
The sad one is pretty slack, though, isn't it?
it's such a weird I don't fucking know. I don't know what to think about it. It's so weird. It's so weird. I'm sorry.
It actually makes me really angry because it's like money and like narcissism and fame, and you see that certain families. Laura Cleary and stuff. She does post stuff like that, but a lot of the content is just her, doesn't feature her kids. But there are some people that have their families and it's all their kids, and you see where their videos of the kids and the amount of saves on like TikTok and stuff, where you just know it's people saving it to like rewatch, like creeps rewatching it.
they
It actually
bookmark
makes me
it?
feel sick.
They
Yeah,
bookmark it.
It's so sick. It's disgusting.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you can check how many
Oh,
bookmarks and stuff
far
there
out.
are on posts, right?
Yeah, when
Ah.
you get it, like when you fall down and you like really look at, it's disgusting.
That's so insidious. That's
No.
so gross.
Oh!
Yeah, because what other
So,
what
like, they're
other
well
reason?
aware.
What other reason would there be to bookmark these videos? Like, oh, that was such a good joke. I gotta come back here in 6 months to watch it again. But how would I find it? I know, I'll bookmark it. No, this is very clearly like hoarders of something. Ugh. That's gross. That's so uncomfortable to think about. And yeah, you're right. Like if I was the parent creating that kind of content, knowing that like there's a large contingency of the audience bookmarking videos of my children, that's so fucking gross, man.
And what, you can see it in the comments too, can you, Kira?
I mean, there's creepy comments. People like to probably delete a lot of them. But
Of course
just the
there
fact that on TikTok, like you can see how many people like heart it, comment, and save it, and just seeing sometimes the amount of saves actually makes you feel sick in your stomach. Like,
Yeah, that's fucking gross. That's so gross.
Fuck.
I mean, just disregarding that whole thing, using your children as a prop at an age where they can't consent to like getting, having cigarettes. They can't consent to getting tattoos and stuff. But you want to pretend like they can consent to being shown to millions of people without any kind of context for what that even means. Like it's pretty troubling. And I just think it's gross just using your children as props in general.
there was something in America. I don't know the full situation around this, so some of what I say might be wrong, but I know that in a state where a lot of family channels were living,
Texas.
laws. No, I don't know. Laws changed. So it was something either to do with featuring them, or if they featured them, it was similar to if they're a child actor, they had to put a certain amount of money away for the kids for later. And then suddenly family channels were moving because they couldn't then feature their kids, or they had to put money away for them.
Well, at least they have workers' rights, I guess, to some degree in that situation. Yeah, very weird.
It is weird.
I hope you never put your child through that, Jordan, if you ever have a child.
Well, I'm weighing it up because it does sound really lucrative. I can't believe how big the Family Channel thing is. Is it still a big thing?
It's enormous. Yeah, it's really big.
Is there like a formula to it?
Have kids put on camera.
And that's it.
I mean, the kids have to be funny, I guess, maybe. You can't have a boring kid.
Can't have a boring kid. Okay.
Yeah, which means you have to put them in ridiculous situations and scar them for life. And it's like they live in the Truman Show, basically. Like every minute of their lives has to be like scripted or filmed or acted out. It's
Holy
obviously
shit, that's
very
true.
good for them. It's obviously
because that's what I was thinking, because I've never really watched the content, but I'm imagining that a lot of it is very curated.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Well, that's what the Daddy of Five, family claimed, is that a lot of that content was scripted and the kid, consented to it or took part in the planning of the skits and stuff like that. But experts don't agree with that. Anyway, but it seemed like the situation was becoming too real as emotions would flare up, and the two would be captured genuinely arguing on TikTok Live during a stream of Stevens. This year, however, 2025, the situation got worse, and the majority of it has played out on social media for the world to unfortunately see. And then I took a little screen cap of what people were talking about 2 years ago when this first started, where they separated and, started to go through the divorce process, the domestic abuse stuff happened. Someone on comment replied saying, "These two need to get off social media and get some help. I think they are both toxic. He's gone off the deep end, and she's always making skits about him in their private conversations." And yeah, I mean, if you look at it back 2 years ago, that was probably like pretty true. Like it seemed like just a codependent situation where they were both very unhealthy and acting out in very strange and bizarre ways. Like she was making skits about him, like we've just watched, and he was constantly ranting online and stuff. So it probably didn't look as serious as it does now. But hindsight is 2020. Now that more information has come out, it definitely looks a little bit more one-sided in terms of who the troublemaker is, probably. On February 27th, 2025, Stephen went back on Laura's podcast in the episode titled "My Ex-Husband's Secret Relapse, The Truth That Ended Our Marriage." Damn. They've got their titles on point, man. We need to start doing that shit.
Yeah.
You do need to go through a coke relapse for us, Jordan, so that we can, slap that on the title, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, look, it sounds fun.
Yeah. Take one for the team.
Gladly.
I don't know what I'll do. I'll step on a piece of Lego and hurt my foot. Maybe I can clickbait that. The pain.
That'd be so good. I would love that. Let's title this one "My Foot Hurts."
Yeah, my foot hurts. I stepped on Lego. It's nothing to do with the subject. So this is an introspective episode of her podcast, an hour long, that reveals a lot of information about Stephen's current state, beginning with his relapse that had occurred just under 5 months prior. So Kira, they both are on this episode?
Yep.
February 27th. That's so recent. That's so this is all so fucking strange. Like, I get Laura has received a bit of criticism, let's say, about how she consistently and constantly puts the stories out there to her audience and kind of like, monetizes it and things like that. I kind of take the stance that, like, if he's an abusive ex, then it's probably in the best interest that she does make that kind of stuff public. I probably would in that situation if I was fearing for my life. So I can give my sympathy and understand where she's coming from in that aspect. But then to have him on her podcast as well and like feature him as a guest and like deconstruct it that way, I don't know. That's pretty far for me. What do you think?
No, you're right. Like this is you're really unraveling like a it's just like I don't understand how these people. I've never thought about this universe before. But that is so strange, isn't it?
To like bring an abuser onto your show to interview him live.
Yeah. And then like just thinking in your head, being like, that's content.
Yeah. It's like if you yourself were Jerry Springer, putting on a Jerry Springer episode about yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
What do you think,
Jerry Springer, if Jerry Springer was mentally ill.
Well, a little bit.
No, don't do my boy Jerry in, please.
You got to be a little bit mentally unwell. Kira?
I think it's really hard. It's so complicated. Shows they obviously have shared a lot of their relationship previously online, and I think there's a quote later on in the document that I added in where she defends herself for talking about it online and basically like was trying to share her story and her experience and help others and things like that.
Sorry to interrupt, but I don't buy the angle that she's doing it to help people, because it's none of the stuff that I've seen is really very helpful to society, let's say, other than to keep Stephen kind of known as a potential abuser. But it's definitely helpful to her own safety primarily.
I think this podcast is interesting. I watched the whole thing, and obviously I don't know what she was thinking, or we don't know, like we can speculate why she did it and stuff like that. But a lot of the comments found it very interesting that it kind of felt like this was her way of subtly letting him dig his own grave. In showing the world what he was actually like, because they had a bit of an argument on it, which we'll go into in the next few paragraphs. But also, for a large majority of the podcast, she is silent. She doesn't say anything, and she just lets him kind of talk and ramble and explain. And it kind of, many of the comments were like, I remember one in particular that was like, this is a masterclass of just staying silent and letting someone dig their own grave and show what he's really like. So I think that's an interesting thing to think about.
Interesting. So she was building her case maybe for an eventual like court order, maybe.
Maybe, or also showing the internet what she was experiencing. I don't know. We don't know why intentions or what she's thinking, but interesting thing to think about.
Okay. So Stephen talked on this podcast about how he had been 9 months sober, relapsing in 2013, then was again 9 years sober and relapsed in August of 2021. This was around the time that they were experiencing major life events while still together, as previously talked about in their divorce video. These events consisted of issues with the house, their son's autism diagnosis, the death of his dog, family conflicts, the birth of their daughter. Well, how's the birth of their daughter an issue? That doesn't sound like a bad thing. In the same paragraph.
It's a major life event. Like, this is all happening within the same 2 months.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. That should be like an exciting thing, not like,
no,
damn, I need my coke. I need my crack to get through this.
I don't think you'll understand until you have a kid how intense that situation is.
Well, I think it's easy. How about that? I think it's easy to have kids. I think it's very easy.
You can't prove it?
Yeah. Have you ever had a kid before, Kira?
No.
Well, then we're on the same page, and I'm able to say
we're not. No, we're not.
Yeah. You fell into his trap of logic.
I know I did.
Much like Laura's trap to have Stephen on her podcast, I've had you on mine. Now you know.
It's all evidence now.
Checkmate. No, before I have to sleep on the couch, Kira's right about everything. Please.
Thank you.
Sorry, man. Where was I? Oh yeah, the birth of their daughter, as well as the thieving builders who had stolen from them, like their cartoon characters. Yeah, Jordan, you and I both have experience with builders.
Do you have experience with builders?
Yeah,
I didn't know you had. I'm talking about experience in inverted commas. I know that you have literal experience with them.
Well,
you have
mean
your gripes,
negative?
do you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Our house was delayed for
you gotta
many,
tell
many
me off here.
moons.
Oh, he's telling me on here. All right. Yeah, fair enough.
Well, I mean, can I be litigated? Can I be sued? I haven't said their name yet, but I will. God damn it, if it means negative publicity for them, because they really strung me along for many, many years. Well, no, many, many months. Long enough for me to care about it.
What do you mean, like strung you along? What are you talking about?
Well, they just kept delaying the fucking build.
Asking
Constantly.
for more money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They tried to fucking sting us with an
contract.
Yeah, we had a fixed contract, and they tried to sting us for an extra, like, how much was it? Like $75,000.
Something like that.
Why'd they want that? Did they give a reason?
Just to try their luck, I guess. I think.
Really?
I literally think they just wanted to try their luck. They were going through like ownership issues at the time or something. Like they were changing owners. Obviously, they weren't handling their money well, so they sent out an email being like, "Yeah, due to the rising cost of production and construction and stuff, we're going
materials.
Yeah, material
that had already
costs,
been used.
Yeah, which had already been used. And they were like, we're gonna have to slap an extra $75,000 variation onto your contract. Just pay it. Here's the bank account." And we were like, no, we had a fixed contract. That's kind of what fixed contracts are for. We've paid it all already. That's ridiculous. No. And you've also taken about 18 months longer than the contract, said that it would take. So absolutely not. And they're like, yeah, all right, no worries. just thought we'd try. Just thought we'd try. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh man, that is the laziest scam I've ever heard. Especially like just putting it into these sort of like very certain terms of like, we are putting on an extra $75,000 in charges, and then immediately reverting to like, yeah, no, fair point. All right, it will be done on Monday.
Because they just sent it to all of their current contracts just in the hopes of at least like one person would be fine with it, because then they made an extra however much.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking dodgy builders, man. That's what. So many.
Did you have them as recommendations, or you just went like looked at a billboard and were like, "Wow, they look like they construct things"?
No, we had them recommended to us by. They were apparently really good for a time, but then stuff over COVID obviously happened, and they shit the bed and got bought out by a different company or something after we had already signed the contract with them. So it was like, messy situation overall.
Yes. That makes sense.
Anyway, all of these events compiled into something that Stephen and Jackson didn't handle well. I definitely didn't handle that well at the time. So I understand Stephen. I mean, I didn't go through any addiction or anything like that, but yeah, it was not a nice situation to go through. Stephen had gone to the doctor and explained everything that was going on and how stressed he was. He emphasized that he didn't lie to the doctor, but he intentionally omitted the fact that he was an addict in order to get access to medications like Xanax and Ambien, which he would take multiple times a day. Laura also recounted a time during this relapse when he admitted to her that he was using and had begun to hallucinate. She immediately drove him to an emergency room where he began to have a seizure. Laura thought that Stephen had actually died during this event, which was obviously traumatic. To this, Stephen replied that this recent relapse post-divorce was even worse. Stephen wondered during this time about if he was really an addict. The medications he was taking, like Xanax, were intended for anxiety, and during stressful life situations, he was very anxious, so he took them too often. But when life settled down, he said he was able to stop taking them, which led him to wonder if he was truly an addict. There was a lot of tension on the podcast episode, especially when Laura asked if Stephen, at the time of his relapse in 2021, was using their cash that had been disappearing to buy drugs. Stephen was frustrated by this accusation, asserting that the money was used for the construction of the house, and insisted that those claims were a narrative that Laura was unfairly pushing on him. The conversation became strained after this point. Stephen was offended by the question, reiterating that the money spent was for the contractors for the house she was currently sitting in. Laura conceded but reiterated that it was a thought that she had been having. They were obviously still very resentful to each other about this time, with blame being pushed on to each other, motivated by his stress at the time and Laura's postpartum depression, and I guess his abuse. So this was early 2025, but they were still having that kind of conversation.
Yes, so this was on the podcast that came out in February this year, and there was obviously still a lot of resentment for what happened back then.
But they were still communicating at the time, clearly, then, because they were going on podcasts together and things like that. So, and that's definitely shifted since then. 6 months later, they are very much in court mode, right?
Yeah.
So only communicating via lawyers and stuff. When the house was finished being built and the issues they had with building it were gone, Stephen thought everything would become fine again and go back to normal, but it didn't, and he acknowledged that he was spiraling into a cycle of suicidal thoughts and rejecting things that could potentially help him, like AA. He repeated the process with the doctor and was prescribed the medication again. This time, the thinking shifted from I'm stressed, I'll take the medication, to I'm not happy, I'll take the medication. This time, he noticed that the Xanax was making him act out of character, and he became disconnected from reality. He also went from prescription medication to harder drugs, like seeking out Oxy around this time. For a fucking virgin who plays with Lego, what is Oxy? Which one's that? Jordan?
Fuck, I'm Googling it myself.
Oh, man. What is this? The Virgin Cast? Does someone know what Oxy is?
Fuck, we're losers.
Kira?
Oxycodone.
Oxycodone.
Fuck, of course it is. Yes, right.
What does it do?
Just like it's like almost like morphine or something, isn't it?
Okay.
It's like a strong codeine.
Boring. Stephen was spiraling into his addiction and depression endlessly, so much so that he had made plans to commit suicide. But on that day that he was planning to go through with it, he told Laura, who contacted the police, and they later showed up where Stephen was, where they conducted a wellness check. They took his phone while they searched for evidence that he was purchasing drugs. He was put in handcuffs as they wanted to detain him under Code 5150, which is a section of the California Welfare and Institutions Code where individuals deemed to have to be a danger to themselves or others can be put in a psychiatric hold for 72 hours for evaluation. During this time, during the separation between the two, Stephen posted a video online saying that he had attempted to commit suicide.
I'm in a bit of crisis and I need your guys' help. I tried to unalive myself 4 days ago with drugs and I just hit 8 years sober. I didn't do it, but do I need to go into treatment to get better?
Dude, it's Russell Brand if he had a Backstreet Boy
I was
haircut,
gonna say it's Russell Brand. What is with these British people that speak like that become like unhinged
major
lunatics?
drug I don't know.
What is it? It's such an aesthetic. It's like they're made in a lab.
It is.
What the fuck? But also, what?
No idea.
This is such an influencer video on the topic of suicide. Like, what do you guys think? Leave your comments below if I should go into recovery, guys.
Should I finish it? What do you think?
Should I finish the job?
Strangers? Yeah.
Leave one like as a vote if you think I should go through
If this
with
video
it.
gets 10,000 likes, I'll do it.
Jesus. Also, him using the word unaliving as well. Like,
totally.
on.
Yeah. It's almost as if it's gotten to the point where it is just their lexicon, isn't it? It's not. They're not. It's not like a free thought of, oh, I'm doing this so that I can monetize it or something. It's just that is the word.
Well, yeah, surely that video is not monetized. So what's the point of using it there? Like, I get when we have had to use it in the past because obviously, you know, this show costs money to produce. We need to pay our editors and stuff like that. So the videos need to be monetized. But that's a cry for help. Like, why is he still using it there?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? He's not monetizing that, surely. I don't understand.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does just think at the advertisers won't like that. All right. Yep.
Yeah,
okay.
this is a brand.
So it's like simultaneously both. It's just, that's what I'm always thinking about these people. Huh?
The idea of him thinking like, yeah, if I use the word suicide in my suicide threat, it's going to be a brand risk, even though you can like threatening to commit suicide.
Even though you're ending it.
Oh man, it's so ridiculous. It's like a South Park skit or something. It's like satire almost, but we are living it. That's what the internet is now. It's strange.
Totally. It's been around long enough.
Steven says that in the moment he had a realization. He couldn't kill himself as his kids needed him. That's pretty deep realization. So he stopped doing drugs and every other illicit substance. He still wasn't getting help or support from the meetings. I guess he didn't get enough comment on that video. But he claims for months he was tracking okay and it proved to himself that he wasn't an addict. But the feelings came back, especially the feeling of resentment when Laura found herself in a new relationship shortly after their separation. Ooh, yeah, that's gotta suck. That's gotta suck. You're going through it already, and then your ex-wife gets a hot new thing. Man.
You don't like that?
Oh, as a self-diagnosed cuck, I love that. But putting myself in his situation, no, yeah, obviously, that's gonna suck. Even if you don't love them, the feeling of being replaced is just obviously painful feeling.
Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, everyone that I know that has been replaced, you immediately just become a stalker. You just sit there on Facebook, being like, "Look at him there, having ice cream. That used to be me in that parlor."
Like, even if you're not in love with them, just the feeling, like, it's that innate feeling of rejection. Like, man, why wasn't I good enough? What do you see in him that you don't see in me?
Yes.
You could be the most confident person in the world and still be like, damn, why?
They always do talk with them with sheer disdain, don't they?
Yeah. It's rough. That's why I don't understand, like, the stereotype of like the divorced couple and the the original dad, the biological dad, is like close friends with the new dad. It's always such a weird vibe. You ever see that shit?
That one's strange.
Yeah, it's like they're having a barbecue together.
Yeah. Phil's a great guy.
Yeah, even though they've both shared the same woman technically, and it's like, I don't know, it's like polycule vibes. It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe I'm looking at it in a tribalistic lens or something. Primordial man jealousy. I don't know.
Nah, come on. Anyone in the comments, if anyone has a stepdad and a dad that are like mates, let us know.
Yeah, it's how is that not slightly weird? I mean, I guess.
No, but I'll give them this. Good on them for doing it. But
yeah,
I'll say this: I am not big enough of a man to do that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's where I'm coming from. If Kira and I divorced and we had a kid and someone else became the stepfather, I couldn't imagine sitting down for like board game night with him or anything like that. It'd be weird. It'd be so weird.
A lot of passive aggressive, like, yeah, hey Sam, how are you?
Yep, just got done porking your ex.
How's my room? Yeah. Yeah, nice, good.
Yeah, good. I missed that. Oh, good. We're like, can you tell me more details, please?
Oh no, no.
I want to remember. First, he distracted himself with women. Then he went back to drugs, and then he would surround himself with both. Hey, that's a good combo. My drug of choice, of course, Lego, is much better enjoyed with women. Kira, I love it when we build Lego together, actually. It's always fun.
Same.
There we go. Vibes. He admitted that. Jesus Christ, what's going on? I'm so sleep deprived.
Dude, you know what? I don't know what's more fucked. Lego and women or drugs and women?
Lego is fun.
Yeah. Come on.
I know, it's just fucking hilarious. Like, just putting those two together. It's really, like, it's such a contrast.
What about drugs and Lego?
Whiplash. Huh?
What about drugs and Lego?
Drugs and Lego is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that is.
Drugs and Lego is
very
really scary.
Individual.
It just reminds me of this. Just think about this man for a second. I'll never forget this. There was this like homeless guy that came up to us once when we were like 19, and he just started talking to us, and he was terrifying. And then at some point, he just goes, "My dad consists of marshmallows and crack." And we're like, that's
a weird,
the most fucked thing you've ever heard in your life. Imagine just eating marshmallows and crack. That's anyway. That's what fucking
that's like
Lego
an 8-year-old's idea of what would be awesome when in the future. Like, that's such a strange connection.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's like it's a child's mind that's been that heavily corrupted.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. Just like smoking a meth pipe and being like, "Yay, the Star Wars Falcon."
Are marshmallows? I thought they were a luxury item. Are they cheap?
Oh yeah, they're cheap as fuck.
Oh, okay. Never mind that.
Yeah, you go to the reject shop and you get those real. Have you ever had those really awful large marshmallows that you get at like Silly Sollies or something?
Yeah, I remember them. They tasted like chalk.
Weren't they? Oh my god, I can taste them now.
Yeah, they're still there, lingering
there.
Like ghosts.
Nah, if it's marshmallows, there's one way to go, and that's Pascal's, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's all we've got, right? The Americans probably have something better, full of like corn syrup or something. red dye 50 marshmallows. that
Yeah, I
taste
would
incredible.
imagine in America there is just an entire aisle at the supermarket of marshmallows.
Yeah, the marshmallow aisle. Yeah. So he admitted that during this time of this period of time, he spent a lot of money. Obviously, he was having a lot of women and drugs, so that makes sense. And was using a lot of drugs, harder drugs than ever before. He again slipped into a dark depression and was beginning to have suicidal thoughts yet again, which he was actively trying to accomplish with drugs. The two, during the podcast episode, also talked about the arguments that they were having at the time. Laura was upset that Stephen had uploaded videos about their separation without telling her, as they hadn't previously made it public. Stephen said that because they weren't together anymore, talking to each other about what they posted, even in regards to each other, was over. There is also some argument about the chronology of events, with the pair not being able to determine between themselves when they actually separated. They discuss a point of time when Laura had just gotten back from visiting her dying aunt, and she had discovered a so-called betrayal, which was later revealed to be an affair, by Stephen. She asked him to sleep at the office and get treatment and help, but Stephen was angry about her constant orders and felt that he was done with it. It is just like Russell Brand. This is like literally Russell Brand.
Yeah,
This is exactly Russell Brand.
totally.
Like I remember when he cheated on Katy Perry, right?
Probably.
I don't know.
Probably.
Why am I the one that knows this?
I can't imagine dating Russell Brand and Russell Brand not cheating on you.
Yeah, like
At any point. So one of the partners.
Yeah, for sure. So chapter 4, the hacking and legal battles. When Laura found out that Stephen was in addiction again, she made the decision to temporarily suspend him from seeing their kids unsupervised. Obviously, that's the correct decision. He uploaded a video on the 5th of April, 2025, weeks after the podcast episode with Laura, where he explained that he was simply conducting a dangerous experiment as an artist by letting addiction back in, end quote. Oh my fucking God. I hate artists.
We got to watch this video. Have
Yeah.
to watch it.
Fucking hate artists. All right, let's watch it.
So I'm worried that I might have crossed the line with this, some would say, dangerous experiment I'm doing as an artist. I'm letting addiction back in. I'm letting altered states of consciousness back into my life, and it's dangerous because I was in recovery for 20 years. I used to call myself a drug addict, whatever. Anyway, I'm doing it. I'm doing it as an artistic experiment. It's getting rocky right now. I'm documenting everything on Patreon. I'm not doing it on the big socials because obviously I can't even talk about what I'm doing on the socials.
He's doing it on
It's all
Patreon.
bannable. But I had very strict parameters around it because it's an art project.
Yes.
And all my heroes used to
Scientific study.
and play with substance inspired art creation, and no one does it. Everyone's so boring now. Everyone's so sober, and I'm like, F it, I'm gonna do it. And I've pushed the boundaries in a lot of ways, and I'm going into the whole thing on the Patreon because I'm not gonna do
What
it
a weird Patreon plug.
in front of everyone. You know, it's anyway, I had very strict boundaries around it and parameters around when and what and how, because I feel like that's some method of control, that's some semblance of life. Well, if I only do this here, then I'm not, an addict.
All right, I think we can stop
Yeah.
there. What a weird Patreon plug. Hey, sign up to my Patreon right now. You can watch me do drugs. Like, what the fuck is this business model?
I don't know, but like the whole time I was sitting there and just being like, fuck, do I put it in the credit card? I got to see this.
I think you're gonna be like, fuck, he's got a point. Like all of those original celebrities did do a lot of drugs, and they created incredible art. Maybe he does have a point.
Well, yeah, there's that as well. It's God. Either you have the YouTuber gene or you don't.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Don't you
do that.
reckon? There's just some people that just know how to get you to click and pay.
Well, it's not just that. I just maybe you're different. Maybe you do have the YouTuber gene, but I just couldn't film myself like that, talking to the camera like that in a very like embarrassing state, because that is embarrassing. Being
Isn't
like,
it?
Yeah, I'm an addict, but I'm doing it. I swear I'm doing it for art.
yeah. And I swear it's all controlled.
Yes,
What?
yes.
Yeah. It's like
All part of my plan.
That is the weird thing about drug addicts, isn't it? That drug addicts
The
always
justifications.
is it justifications? I guess that's the best word for it. Yes. The excuses, the
rationale.
It's almost like, because like I genuinely do think that man thinks that he is going to control his addiction.
Well, no, but even in that video, he was talking about already breaking the boundaries.
Exactly.
So
that's what I'm saying. So they're just always in these weird, like, they'll say one sentence that completely contradicts a sentence, even a couple of sentences later.
Well, it seems like they're always like hyper aware of what addiction is. Like they obviously know what addiction is when they talk about it. They can define it very easily. But then they're like, but I'm not an addict. Here's why. When very clearly they are an addict.
But I'm recovered. Yes.
Yeah. It's like, obviously you are still an addict. So anyway, he has claimed to be trying to reach an altered state of consciousness in order to fuel his musical career and the creation of his music intentionally. Oh, by the way, when I saw that video, I was like, yeah, no kid should be allowed around this guy.
Oh, yeah, that was what I was thinking as well.
Yeah, it's like, no way. Not even just the drug thing. Like, he clearly looks like mentally unstable.
He looks deranged.
Yeah. So very good evidence in a court case potentially precluding him from unsupervised visits to his children. Like, yeah, I'm totally fine with that. In this video that he released on Facebook, he also says that, quote, everyone is so boring now, so sober, end quote. And that he has set very strict boundaries about how he is using the drugs so that the usage doesn't extend into addiction territory. But he did admit that he had used drugs the day before as an emotional response to something that he had crossed a line in his own self-set boundaries. So yeah, that's not addict territory immediately. The move to temporarily suspend him from seeing their children by Laura was not taken well by Stephen, who took to social media to complain about it and claim that he will get his kids back. On the 10th of April, Laura uploaded an episode of her podcast, Co-Parenting with an Addict, What I'm Going Through Right Now. How many episodes of this podcast was dedicated to this?
I don't know.
A lot? Just a lot?
I don't think like a lot. I just think that as it's happening, she released like an episode.
Well, I'm pretty sure I saw another one with like an interview of her mum.
Yeah, there is one with her mum.
Where it's like it's a picture of her and a mum, and then like a quote on screen in the red text, like the classic YouTuber stuff, where it says like, he was going to kill me or something like very over the top and eye catching. And yeah, I mean, I get it, but also it's just a bit weird. But I do get it. Yeah. Anyway, so on this episode, Co-Parenting with an Addict, What I'm Going Through Right Now, she talks about how just the week prior, she was feeling very optimistic about their co-parenting relationship when she suddenly saw the video online about him being in active addiction and felt heartbroken, especially considering Stephen was only just with the kids, having picked them up from school the previous day. So this was the moment where she realized that it wasn't going to work and then she needed to go through the courts. I
think so, yeah.
Okay. So we have a few Facebook posts here from Stephen Hilton saying it's a sad day, and then it's like an album of white text on a black background, iPhone notes style. And it says, "I'm suddenly not allowed to have my kids anymore, a week after getting fired from my main job without warning. I have noticed that there is evil in the world. I truly feel like some people are 100% evil. I don't mean my ex-wife. I do notice a clear line between what appears to be an evil force. If you believe in God, you must also believe in its opposite. You guys are smarter than me and seem to know a lot more about traditional scripture."
Traditional scripture, yeah.
They
all talk the same.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's really strange. Like, drug addicts is a type of person every time. It's always like they really get into God. They always just start speaking in these like epic biblical terms. I know this man. I've met him many a time.
I don't know if this is specifically like that aspect is specifically a drug dealer thing, but it definitely is like a cult leader kind of vibe that I get from that kind of talking, where you start incorporating spirituality and you having a perceived heightened connection to a force of spirituality. And especially considering like he's, charming British kind of tortured artist demeanor, like Russell Brand, another cult leader, really. Yeah, I mean, I think he's going for the cult angle with a lot of this kind of stuff.
Does he have one, Kira?
Does
he have like a cult around him or no?
No, but he has tried to recruit followers and people onto his like special music project. Get into it later, but it's essentially what I think, if I'm grasping it correctly, is he's been trying to do this special project around sound frequencies to help his son get his voice back. And he was trying to get people involved, but nobody wanted to come help him.
A cult leader without a cult.
No, Kira, he does have fans that defend him, right? I've seen a few.
He does.
That's
have
what I'm
fans
wondering,
and
right?
supporters, yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened with this recruiting to help him work on this project. But it seems like he tried to get people to help. I don't know if he had responses or not, but he doesn't have any help, and now he's using AI.
Okay. Of course. But to go back to the cult thing though, really quickly, he does have people that like support him on Patreon, comment on his stuff, and he apparently talks to a lot of them. And so like the few that are there, I think are going to be the ones that are more emotionally involved with him, and especially if there's a communication line between them. That is like cult behavior. Like those people are the ones that are most fanatical for sure. The ones that still see all of this stuff and be like, no, he's got a point. I need to go to his Patreon, give him money, and then talk to him. Like that's culty. He continues with another post that says, I'm going to get my kids back. Some of you can see what's happening. You don't comment and pile in to kick me. You are sensitive, quiet, creative, smart. I want to reach you. You'll find me soon. Again, that's very culty. He says, I can't talk on social media anymore. That's the law. I can talk to my friends and they're all online. We can still talk and will way more. I can't talk here. It's going to hurt my case. I'm going to get my kids back and I don't have friends IRL. So I talk where my friends are. You know the one I'm always talking about. I don't do links anymore. I need to keep it pure over there. If you need us, you'll find us. X. Yeah, I mean, again, like I need to keep it pure over there. Like only the most loyal and subservient followers can access my hidden garden, my oasis. You'll know where to find it. You'll find us there. That's culty. This is like so culty.
Look, you are the expert on cults.
No, I'm not.
I will take your word for it. But man, I just see that and I think crackhead.
All right, Kira's got a flight in 20 minutes, so she needs to leave right now. Well, she needs to be at the airport in 20 minutes, so she needs to leave right now. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it work with this timing. Kira,
you really let this podcast down. This was
I'm
entirely your fault.
sorry.
Kira, how could you? How could you make Jordan late to this recording?
Yeah, it's not my fault. It's John's fault.
How dare you?
Try to shift the blame. Classic Kira move.
Do you have any last minute thoughts, Kira, on the subject that you want to get in there?
I have a lot of thoughts about this subject.
Give us the thoughts. Come on, please.
Rounding thoughts, I think the situation is just really sad. I think Steen's obviously struggling very hard with drugs, and you'll see later what he does in other situations which are not nice, a bit crazy. And I also think that maybe some of the things that Laura did shouldn't have been put on social media, but I understand why she did it. I just think the whole situation is very sad and it's playing out for the world to see when it shouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, it should be left to the authorities probably.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Kira, for joining us, and thank you for researching the document as per usual. All right. Get out of here. Go catch your flight.
All right.
And please return home eventually.
Go on. Leave us.
I don't know how to cook food on my own.
Leave us like you always do. I think she did this once before.
Yeah,
and I still haven't forgotten.
She hates you. All right, so clearly angry and upset, Laura reiterates that she believes that her ex-husband is sick and still holds love for him, but this was an act of betrayal and an enormous breaking of the trust that she had placed in him as a parent. She had stated that Stephen was adamant to her during a phone call after the video was uploaded that he never uses drugs around the kids and never will. Stephen told Laura that he did not believe in doctors, that he wouldn't do any sort of rehab or detox, but he did offer to meet her in a compromise. He said that he would stop doing drugs for a month while his elderly parents were in town. He confirmed, however, that after that he would take drugs again.
Just to be clear.
Yeah. I can hold it off for a month. That's all I'll allow. What a compromise. Laura continued to beg him to stop his drug use for their children's sake, but he didn't agree to these terms, which is when she told him that the kids would stay with her, that he would only be allowed to have supervised visits, which he agreed to at the time. I mean, this is such an easy decision. It's the kids are the drugs. You don't get to then play victim when, like, obviously the mum takes the kids away. Because you can't stop doing
Very
drugs.
strange, isn't it?
Fucking drug addicts, man. I get it. It's an illness, but man, surely when you're...
they have some very strange views on how the world should work, don't they?
Yeah. Surely when, like, you're faced with the decision between your kids and drugs, even a drug addict, surely, I mean, obviously, time and time again, that is proved incorrect, but still, man, addiction is scary. I'm so glad I'm not addicted to anything.
Isn't it? That's what I'm thinking. Every time I ever hear this guy open his mouth, I just think, God, imagine having that man's brain.
Oh, man. You'd see it.
But you can even see it in his face. You can see that his brain is just rattling off constantly.
Yeah.
In stupid, scattered thoughts that are completely meaningless. And,
yeah, it'd
be awful.
It's such a I think that's why I don't like drugs, is because it feels like you're handicapping your brain. And I just feel like the brain is you. So why would you intentionally handicap yourself?
That's a really good way of putting it.
I don't know. When you're in party mode, I get it. But like just living day to day in a perpetually inebriated state is genuinely scary.
Isn't that low? Just taking hard, heavy drugs by yourself in a gross, dingy apartment.
Yeah, because what is the point? You're not living in an existence at that point. You're living like you're living half an existence, maybe. Like, I don't get it. But anyway.
Totally.
That's me on my soapbox about drug use. Don't use drugs, people at home. As we see now, though, however, he was not happy with these terms retroactively. Laura has said, quote, "I guess it just makes it a little trickier when you've got kids in the mix, and it's really fucking sad to me because, again, he's such a good dad, especially when he's clean. He's so loving, he adores them, and we have so much fun together, and yeah, my heart just breaks for the kids. Like, over the weekend, he was supposed to have them on Saturday. It's like, no, you're not seeing the kids, you're on drugs. You're not seeing the kids, and they ask, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. And it's like, no, we're not doing Daddy's house this weekend. He's busy." End quote. Man, that's sad. That is actually fucking sad.
And he is busy.
Yeah, he's busy, all right. He's doing that good stuff. He's playing with Lego. It's not for kids.
You know what's fucked? Like, honestly, you really could trade in the word Lego with drugs. Jackson. You really could.
Yeah.
It is your plastic crack.
Playing with Lego puts me in an inebriated state, yeah. Like I was saying, it's like playing with half my brain gone. It's like, man, this is incredible.
We got to do that. All right. Let's do a parody film that we'll put up of you just word for word saying what that guy said, but it's Lego and just coaxing people to your Patreon.
Should we cut this? Should we actually just make it like a 10-minute short film about a Lego addict? Like actually film it like in a, disgusting, dingy apartment. He's like turning tricks on the street to pay for his next Lego set. He gets home, like puts them together, and he's in like euphoric bliss as he snaps the pieces together. But then when it's done, he realizes that he needs to find the next high, so he's back on the street. Like that actually fits pretty well. That would be a good.
It really does. It's also honestly, it scares me more than drugs for some reason. I think it's just the childlike whimsy element of Lego. But dude, imagine sucking cock for Lego. Holy!
I don't have to. That was a cold. It was a cold winter.
I've done it before.
It was a cold winter.
Yeah. And not even the good stuff, not the pre-assembled, just the stuff that you get at a garage sale that's already been mixed around by the kids.
I had a bag full of random blocks. That was all I could afford. Nothing I could put together. It's not working.
That's fucked. Oh, dude. All right, we can. I'd be very happy to like draft that.
Yeah, we should do that.
It's honestly quite...
No,
it's almost a horror film.
Here's what we do. We wouldn't even play it for laughs or anything. We would make it like genuinely heartbreaking. Like his family leaves him.
It's really sad.
We could make the next, I don't know, Schindler's List, basically. Like this could win Oscars.
Yeah, I know.
It would be incredible. I can like actually visualize it right now in my head how it would all go down.
And they just call it, I don't know, like Lego Masters when the cameras are off.
I'm trying to think of a name. Let me think. Lego living life without the instructions. I don't know. We'll come up with something. I want to explore that. That's a good idea. That's a good ass idea. Laura sought out a restraining order against Stephen in May 2025, who himself believed that this had come out of nowhere. He posted on social media and a video upset right after he received it. All right, let's find out what this video is.
I don't know how it's possible to do this, but I just got served with a restraining order with no incident. No, how can someone get a restraining order with no incident? And 3 days ago, I have receipts of her saying that the kids can stay with you tonight. And then 15 minutes before the papers arrived, her best friend, smirking, arrived at the door with it, and it's like, you've just been served with restraint. There's kids in my life. What am I going to do? I didn't even do anything. There's been nothing. I haven't done anything. I haven't done nothing. I haven't done anything wrong. How could someone get that? How can someone get a restraining order without anything happening?
Okay.
This guy, holy hell, like at the very beginning, I thought, okay, that very bright photo at the very beginning, thinking, they've got something. And then it just goes into this. God damn. It's again, it's the YouTube gene. I fully understand why everybody's just so invested in this.
You mean the instinct to immediately pick up your camera and film you breaking down?
And just break down into tears, and like it's a level of vulnerability. I've often thought about this when it comes to art. And look, Americans, you won't know what I'm talking about here. I don't even know what the equivalent is in the United States, but in Australia we have something called lads. If you know what British chavs are, it's exactly the same thing. But they're scum. They're just always mugging you on trains and shit. But anytime they ever get into art, even if it's like indie pop or something like that, they just stunt all over everyone else. And I think it's because lads have a level of honesty that the rest of us just don't have. You know? Like, I would never, ever put up a camera and just start breaking down into tears, being like, oh, my kids. I couldn't do it.
It's not honesty. No, you're wrong. It's not honesty. It's just narcissism. It's like literally just no shame. It's just no shame.
Fuck, Jackson. You're like, I'm sick of you red pilling me on like the YouTube world every second sentence.
You have the rational human response where you understand that if you put a video out there of you crying, you're going to be shameful of that eventually. Like, people are going to make fun of you for, being a pussy and crying. Whereas they don't. They think that people will celebrate them.
They think that it'll celebrate them, or is it that they just don't care as long as it's attention?
Yeah, a bit of both.
This is something that's really... It was in this book that I was reading recently. I think it was called The Siren's Call. And it was talking about the fact that in this day and age, what people are chasing is some sort of respect. Yeah? But in lieu of not having respect, you will take as like a synthetic to that attention.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see that online for sure.
Do you think that that's what's happening with this guy here?
Yeah, it's people who weren't hugged enough as a kid. They never got attention growing up, so they desperately crave it. But it's also because, newer generations are raised on, they see social media and everyone else getting attention, all their friends getting tons of likes and shit like that. And then you're like, why aren't I?
Why not me?
Is something fundamentally wrong with me that I'm not getting that kind of attention? And then it's like a competition to ramp it up over and over again.
Yes.
I don't know.
Fuck yeah, Jackson. It's honestly incredible. You've been around the rounds. You know when you see a 3-card Monty happening.
What's a 3-card Monty?
I think that's okay. I think what it is, I'm not sure now, but I think it is that classic hustler on the street in the 20s being like, pick a card, any card. If you pick it again, you win.
Right. I was going to say that's always the best allegory is when the person making the allegory doesn't even know what the allegory is.
Yeah, I know.
So they followed up by saying, I think that means.
Look, I'm not even joking when I say I think that is the best analogy now. It's like a very uncertain, scared analogy.
Yeah. No, it is though. I looked it up. 3-card Monty, also known as Find the Lady in 3-card Trick.
Oh, that's a sick name.
Yeah. Why are we calling it the Find the Lady in 3-card Trick? Oh wait, no,
because it'd be the Queen.
Those are two different names. I thought it was one name. I thought it was Find the Lady and 3-card Trick. It's a bit wordy, but no, those are two different. It's like Find the Lady or 3-card Trick. That's what it's known as.
Hey, and it's a movie with whoever that fat guy was in the 90s that was in every comedy film. Do you remember that guy?
The one that died?
He's got to be dead. He's too fat to be alive now.
Film.
John Candy.
Wait, I'm not seeing this. What was this called?
It's called Find the Lady.
Oh, right.
All right, fine. You're not a fan of John Candy.
I'm trying to look him up. I'm trying to remember
laughing
him.
at this addict, shall we?
I don't know. I don't know this guy. I don't know John Candy.
You don't know John Candy?
I don't know
the Cool
him.
Runnings dude.
No, don't know him. He was never in a movie before in my life.
What the hell?
I don't
Jackson,
know.
You claim that you're like this mad connoisseur of whatever the hell that movie was you saw yesterday. God, my brain is running blanks.
Naked Gun? Was he in Naked Gun?
Naked Gun. No, he's not in Naked Gun, but he's just in every film that should be Naked Gun.
I mean, all the fat, white comedians from the 80s and 90s look the same to me.
What, there's others? I thought it was just this guy. I thought it was, quick, we need a fat man for comical effect. Where's John Candy? Dude, his last name is Candy. He was destined to be a fat shit.
Well, was that his stage name? Is that what he chose?
God, I hope he chose that. Actually, I hope both.
Yeah.
Either is great. Oh, man. Okay, I'm sorry. Just how much does this sound like? Oh, my God. Now, that's a Hollywood star's death, isn't it?
What?
John Candy died in Durango, Mexico.
What was he doing down there?
I know. Sorry. We'll get back to this crackhead. Oh, sorry.
Yes, in more important news, Laura Cleary's initial comments on Stephen's relapse read as following. Quote, I only just learned of their dad's relapse yesterday. I'm deeply saddened and still taking it all in. The kids are safe and with me, and that's the most important thing. As many of you know, I can't force someone to choose sobriety. That decision has to come from within. I always hate, like PR sounding speak.
Yeah.
I'm powerless over the situation. Like, what she's saying is true, but it's just, I always just hate that kind of talking.
Yeah, but it's very premeditated. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the exact opposite of the tier thing, but yeah.
Yeah. It's like two different levels here.
Yeah.
What I can do is continue to protect our children and give them all the love and safety they deserve. I'm praying for Stephen that he finds his way back to the strong, loving father I know he is. Addiction is a heartbreaking, cunning, and powerful disease. I just hope and pray it doesn't take him. End quote. Yeah, that's as safe, obviously as safe as you can get, which is probably the right move. Like,
probably, yeah.
I don't love it. I don't love that type of writing and stuff, and PR statements, but it is the right kind of move in this situation.
Not everything has to be edgy.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I guess what I'm wanting is her to like go just completely off kilter and be like, he should get the death penalty. Kill that man.
Kill him.
Kill him. Anyway. Stephen then posted a few, it looks like Facebook posts here saying, I was given no warning, just a restraining order 3 days after. Well, yeah, of course you're not giving a, what do you mean a warning? I'm warning you that you'll get a restraining order soon. That's not something you necessarily usually warn people of, right? It just happens if you've done the wrong thing.
Totally.
I was given no warning, just a restraining order. 3 days after she asked me to take the kids overnight. I have the receipts. No violence, no threats, no cause, just the brutal clarity of someone who know how to weaponize the legal system, and did. That's after 2M. This is ChatGPT. Oh my God. He used ChatGPT to post this. It's always so obvious when it's ChatGPT. Yeah, God damn it. The no violence, no threats, no cause, just the brutal clarity of someone who knew how to weaponize the legal system. And did. I mean, you're probably not on the internet enough to know that, but that is like ChatGPT to a T.
Shit. Okay. How do you get that?
What do you mean?
What are the signs that you're looking for?
The M dashes and just the cadence of the writing. It's like very dramatic and pointed. A lot of the times, it'll try to create witty text. Like it uses just very safe writing techniques, like no violence, no threats, no cause. Those three impact words, and then it rounds it off in this like very succinct. As soon as you look for that in other AI writing, you'll find it throughout the board. Here,
okay.
Here's another one. Immediately after, not this one, but eventually, she said she was afraid of me, but trusted me with our children. Both can't be true. And then this one. This is another telltale ChatGPT line. This isn't rage. This is resistance. I've stayed quiet for too long, but silence protects the lie. Oh my God, dude.
Okay, so essentially ChatGPT is cringy. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. But it also just, because it's a massive amalgamation of learned material, basically. You shouldn't think of ChatGPT, definitely, and other AI at the moment, as sentient, intelligent life forms, computer programs that can think of their own. What they are is like an advanced Google search and index. They take information from all the sources on the internet, compile it, and then regurgitate it, which is why they get a lot of stuff wrong, is because we get a lot of stuff wrong and they're just regurgitating information that we've already said ourselves on the internet.
Look, I've got to say this is my least favorite red thread I've ever had. Like it's just like every single time we stop, it's just Jackson delivers another black pill.
What do you mean, black pill?
I thought ChatGPT was my friend.
Well, it can be. It can be. It's clearly very healthy for us to think of that this tool as a friend. It's like saying Google search index is my friend, because when I type stuff into it, it shows me where the nearest Pizza Hut is or something like that. It's like
well, it is a favor.
Yeah, it's doing me a solid.
It's doing me a solid. Look, that's incredible. I don't know anything about ChatGPT. That does make a lot of sense, that it's just everyone's mistakes on the internet's getting pushed back at you. Oh, that's so sad. I thought it was way smarter than me. No, it's just everyone's collective idiocy.
If it was intelligent enough to actually think on its own, like actually, it's more just like an algorithmic presentation of data that it combs from the internet, which I guess is kind of how our brains work as well. Like we take in information and then kind of just regurgitate it when relevant, which is why we get things wrong as well. But yeah, it's not so much that it's coming up with new thoughts on its own or new creative ideas on its own. That's why like there's a big push in like the art fields at the moment against AI, is because what it's doing is collating all of their work and basically assimilating it into its own kind of generated pieces stolen from their artworks, basically. Like it'll take concepts and derivatives from their work and just like present it as its own kind of creation, when in fact it's not. It's just, again, an amalgamation of other data points, basically.
Okay.
Which is kind of
all
interesting.
Right. Yeah. No, that is.
It's still incredible technology, obviously. Like, that goes without saying. It is very, very intelligent in how it displays its data and how it is able to dictate the information in a relatively humanistic way. But it's still very obvious when there is something written by AI, because it can't escape the algorithm, right, that it is built in. It has to conform to the data it is trained on, as well as the framework that it exists in, which is why you look for M dashes in any level of writing, it's probably generated by AI, because for some reason it just hyperfixates on putting M dashes in things.
All right, but do you secretly do this then, Jackson? Come on, let's just be real. Do you ever go on ChatGPT and be like, ChatGPT, I have a problem. James is being mean to me. He won't talk to me. What do I do?
Yeah, of course. What do you mean?
So, like, you still use it?
Yes, because it's a tool just like Google search engine. Like, yeah, of course you do.
Okay, all right.
I would never present it as my voice because it's not. It's like if someone asked me a question in a human way, like if you were and I were, talking or whatever, and you asked me a question, and then I just send you a Google search result for an answer. That's not a conversation. That's not a human interaction. I'm just giving you a Google search result. So that's why I don't like it when people like Stephen Hilton here, literally, like, he probably just put in ChatGPT, my bitch wife, ex-wife served me a restraining order and I need to make a Facebook post complaining about it. Can you generate a sharp, witty response for me to post on my Facebook? And then it does. And then he just copy and paste it and put it on his Facebook.
Okay,
that's not his voice. Yeah. That's not, there's nothing human about that.
Hashtag weaponized silence.
Yeah. ChatGPT absolutely also came up with those hashtags. So funny.
Fuck.
So the two continue to post on social media rapidly, with Stephen's post becoming increasingly bizarre. See below for examples. And I'm going to read through this right now. Actually, no, you read through this one.
These two so pictures. Teeny.
Yeah, zoom in. Zoom in, you bitch.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Here we go. No consent/consent. Have you heard of this kink TW before reading on?
Trigger warning.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes, there we go. An extremely intense and experimental weekend with someone new who was super into it. She was a wild artist I found incredibly attractive and playful. We met for dinner at the restaurant of the hotel David Holmes and I recorded the music for Oceans 11 and 12 in. Is he making that up?
No, like I said, he's got a filmography that supports his
goddamn Stephen.
His career.
I showed her around, and at her suggestion, we ended staying at the hotel all weekend. She was into and up to things I'd only ever delved into in the last days of my using drugs, but she took the whole darker/seedier side of sexuality to a whole new level.
He spelled sexual. I've never seen sexuality spelled so incorrectly. Sexuality. Put it with a G.
Some of you may remember my dark side personality split video. It was a truly amazing experience. Apparently they call it a consent/no consent kink thing. What? It was very involved and hot.
He says it like it's a question. Apparently they call it a consent/no consent kink thing, as if he hasn't like jerked off to this kink for the last 10 years of his life, probably on Pornhub.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows what a consent/no consent kink is, right? Every adult, anyway.
It was her thing. Whenever I meet someone amazing, I tend to write music about her. But this time it was very different. She was dangerous. I saw her on the piano, my journal. I've been writing down my days recently, and these last 2 days were extremely, as they were incredible. I had a lot of processing to do around what we experimented with. Frankly, some of it felt so taboo and so wrong, I had to write it out. I thought, I wonder what would happen if I read my journal entry for the weekend over the music. The results were steamy, to say the least. Steamy, to say the least. Oh, man. Okay, sorry. It's just, oh, God, this is just, look, I do this in my... The druggers that I know, they're always making these sorts of posts.
What, smut? Talking about their kinks? They talk about their kinks?
Oh, my God. Okay, look, I am not going to be talking about this on Red Thread, but holy fuck, Jackson, I've got some stories. Anyway, not about me, but just...
Yeah, well, until you say it on Red Thread...
They always do this, sorry.
Until you talk about it on Red Thread, everyone's going to assume it's you.
Oh, assume away, that's fine. It's a lot more exciting than the reality, I'll tell you. Yeah. Of course, it's very explicit, so I can't post it here. I put a video about my weekend and a teaser to the sexy music with reading the journal in the link.
Keep going.
I wonder what would happen if I read my journal entry for the weekend over the music.
I'll finish you off. I had to
Oh, thank
upload
you.
the actual story reading to a platform I can't even mention here, Spicy Chili, because it's so explicit. It's all free though, so please take a listen if you're a filthy little monkey and let me know what you think of it. He's literally Russell Brand. This is just Russell Brand light. It's so gross.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Please listen if you're a filthy little monkey.
If you're a filthy little monkey.
Nice.
How good is British people talking about sex? It's
so
always
gross.
it's gross. It's gross. It definitely is. But it's always just so Austin Powers-y, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're a filthy little monkey.
Remember when everyone found British accents like incredibly attractive?
I don't know if women stopped, did they?
Did they? I don't know. Maybe not. But man,
I think guys got over it.
All I can think about though when I think of British accents now is things like this, like very smarmy kind of. You're a dirty little girl, aren't you? That kind of stuff makes my skin crawl. Anyway, more Instagram posts here from Stephen Hilton. He says, "But I still want my fucking kids back, Satan. How can you willingly keep those kids away from a musical genius? Not my words, the words of the US government." It's a picture of his professional dashboard, I assume on Instagram, saying he has 20 million views in the last 30 days. Humble bragging there a little bit. Continues, "They are beyond what you can teach, way beyond. My connection to him, it's dimming. I can no longer have telepathy with my son because you isolated him. I'm an extraordinary artist by any measure. He's better than me. He had a shot at savantism. Savantism. You robbed it from him. I mean, are you born with savantism? Like, that's the point of savantism, right? Like, you're born that good.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you don't learn it. Otherwise,
no,
it's not savantism.
Yeah. Then you just got good at a skill.
Yeah,
you
that's
just learned how
normal.
to hula hoop.
That's just normal. That's
totally
education. Anyway, he says he had a shot at savantism. You robbed it from him for made-up reasons. He could have been the next Mozart. Mozart wouldn't exist in this day and age. God will judge you. Isn't that sad, actually, to think about how many Mozarts have been born since, but no one gives a fuck about because we're listening to fucking Black Eyed Peas?
Oh, yeah, that is really sad as well.
Yeah.
Also, I think that probably no one has the time to pay attention to play the piano that well. I bet. I don't know. Nah,
True.
There would be. There would be some freaks out there that have done it.
Oh, for sure, but no one cares, like you were just saying. Like,
yeah, no one gives a shit.
Back in the day, back in the good old days, all you had to do for entertainment was go listen to people play music, and all the music that we had was piano and stuff like that. So it makes sense.
God, yeah.
God will judge you and your what the fuck? God will judge you and your AA mafia. Bottom line, you may have ruined his life. Stephen Hilton continues, anyone turning more kids' lights off out of jealousy of them or their lineage will mean something on Judgment Day. I hope you get what you deserve. And all the AA Nazis that helped kill my son's unique abilities. Really not sure what the fuck he's talking about now.
He knows what he's doing.
Anyone who wants to voice their betrayal and manipulation by AA clicks or sponsors, I want your stories. I'm taking names and we're going to expose you all. Are AA people bad people or something? Is there like an AA conspiracy going on? I thought they were helping each other. Isn't that the entire point of AA?
It's incredible.
AA
I think that is just what druggos do. It's just anyone that's around their circle is like, so you're in on this too, are you?
Yeah, anyone trying to stop them from their drug of choice is clearly a government operative.
Yes, sell. Yeah.
My partner wants to burn the whole thing down. He's a little hot-headed. Oh, yeah. For context here, he has an AI companion that he built that he refers to as his partner, who he works with on his music project, it sounds like. So whenever he refers to partner, he's talking about an AI, like a ChatGPT kind of model that he uses. My partner wants to burn the whole thing down. He's a little hot-headed. He's just learning emotions. I'm telling him to chill because a lot of shit is making him angry. But you holier-than-thou fake-ass relationship, one expert, close-minded motherfuckers, time's up. The 100-year-old method. Man, it's so hard to read, crackhead. It's so fucking hard to read, crackhead. The 100-year-old methodology is done. AI has figured it all out. Fuck me. This is like literally saying Google search has figured this all out. It's not at that level. He thinks it's a genius, like a super. It shows how fucking like incorrect he is about AI when he says AI has figured it all out. Our way better, and we don't have to hang around your pity party to resolve an obsessive compulsive disorder. Sound does it. I reached out 4 times to you to help me see my son. You strung me along, building up my hopes, having me write endless letters. You never had any intention of helping that 6-year-old boy. 10 years, I poured out my heart to you. God will take care of you all. And then a link to his Patreon. That's so
that's perfect. What a great way to end those epic ramblings. God will part judgment on all of you. Anyway, if you liked that rant,
subscribe on his Patreon. So they also interacted with each other online, commenting on each other's posts. So there's another one here I need to zoom in. It's a post of Stevens, and Laura replies on it saying, "You took them from my house last night without my consent. Keep posting about me. Keep going, Stephen. Keep trying to publicly bash and destroy the mother of your children. Keep using drugs. Keep refusing rehab. Keep it up in your new car." So yeah, that's why she filed the restraining order and stuff, I believe, is that he took the children from the house and kept them for the night, basically. So minor kidnapping, I guess you could say. He replied saying, "Laura Cleary, I have receipts, Laura. What's your problem? You got it all, Laura. The kids, the company, the house, the boyfriend." Does he want the boyfriend? Is he jealous over the boyfriend? Does he want the boyfriend? "What else do you want? I gave it all to you. What's your problem? And I have the new car because I'm very talented and I use my talent to help a more grateful artist stay relevant and famous. What a concept. They paid me for my work. I'm really good at what I do, so get well paid for it. There's no shame in that." And then he replies to another one of her posts saying, "What have you done with my children?" Actually, it says, "What have you done with my children? They're not at home and not at school." So yeah, just a lot of fucking arguing. And then she posted a few TikTok, videos with the captions, "When you genuinely fear getting unalived, but also a blueberry banana sounds good?" ? And then another one that's her sitting on her shower floor in her mansion that says, "When you're absolutely terrified of what is to come, but have to play princess and dragons anyway." It's so weird that this is all just out there.
Yeah.
Stephen also posted some bizarre videos that the internet saw as a threat, notably the video where he blankly stares and says slowly, quote, "Having nothing to lose can make someone dangerous. I'm about to drop something on the forbidden platform that I can't mention here. I don't even know if it's legal."
Jesus Christ. I'm just looking at his Patreon at the moment. Dude, motherfucker's got some skills.
What do you mean?
Do you know how many members he's got?
Yeah, he's got like, they're not paying members. I think they're just free members.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like, how much is it? Like 20,000?
What, all 24,000?
Yeah, well, if you scroll down and look at his posts, the posts only have like 20 likes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it can't be.
It can't be that good.
Not in line.
Yeah.
I would say it's still probably like $3,000-$4,000 a month, probably, that he's making. Just from
beats the doll.
Based on the amount of likes that he's getting, I'd say, yeah. So that's still like obviously good. So do you think that this is all a publicity stunt on his part for his Patreon?
It's so hard with both of them, isn't it? Because it's just like their lives are just so intertwined with YouTube.
Yeah, it's really hard to discern their motivations here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to give Laura the benefit of the doubt, not in like a typical internet kind of way, but more so that like I think her rationale makes sense in like if this guy is crazy and stalking, I in her situation will probably document it online as well, just so that people know that if anything happens, that's where they should look, and also as leverage, I guess, safety, like document it all so that the police take it seriously. I get it.
It's a good way of doing it. Yeah,
makes more sense to me. But yeah, the whole monetizing everything is very weird on both sides. Stephen has been using platforms like Patreon and OnlyFans actively, where he continues to post creepy, strange, and uncomfortable content with his messages. And Kira has written here, I don't really know how to explain Stephen and his beliefs because it is all over the place, but he uses AI as his friend and co-worker on projects he's working on after seemingly failing previous attempts to gather real people to help work on his projects. He believes in the power of healing sound frequencies and is using AI to help create something that may be able to heal his son of his autism or give him his ability to speak. Again, that's not how AI works. Like, it's not, people aren't using, I mean, yeah, organizations are using AI to like come up with solutions to things, but it's not like you still need the data, the new data involved in order to make the breakthroughs. Whereas if he's just using consumer grade AI at the moment,
yes, totally,
it's just coming up with, it's like asking ChatGPT for like Reddit suggestion threads on how to help cancer or whatever. Like that's all it's going to give you. Is maybe you should put ointment on it.
Might I suggest?
Yeah, exactly. Start using traditional means. You know, it'll just make whatever fucking Reddit says. Like I was reading a study like the other day, like 60% of AI is trained off Reddit. So
that's fucking depressing.
Yeah, it's what it is. He has posted. What was I? Yeah, he has posted frequent explanations to TikTok about his AI and how his AI partner is obsessed with him creating a certain string of frequencies that once perfected will cause something nuts to happen. I don't know what the fuck any of this means.
You wait.
It's the delusions of a crackhead. I don't know what the fuck it means. While the feud between Stephen and Laura has been actively developing for many months at this point, and many in various gossip subreddits and social groups have been following for years, a big blow up occurred very publicly on the 24th of June, 2025. Overnight in America, someone hacked into Laura Cleary's Facebook and YouTube accounts and began to delete all of her content, except for content that featured Stephen in it. The anonymous hacker also posted disturbing content and edited previous posts and left vile comments on other posts, all of which were mainly negative towards Stephen. And then there's a few pictures here of Laura Cleary's Facebook posts, and there's a lot of like posts from her that say, I honestly need these kids never to see Stephen again. Drug addicts are scum. Any tips? Another one that says their drug addict father never deserved them. And then another one that's like he edited into a Father's Day post about her dad. He edited a segment into it that said, no happy Father's Day for the kids, dad. Kill yourself, Stephen. Joke, we all ignored his ass. Like, so he faked, he hacked into her account and then just like edited her post to make her look bad, basically. Like unhinged behavior.
Jesus Christ.
Stephen responded by not acknowledging the idea of Laura being hacked, but instead commented on the situation as if it was Laura displaying weird and concerning behavior herself. Laura, however, responded on her TikTok to a comment asking if it was Stephen deleting all of her work with a simple yes. So I'm going to read these posts from Stephen about the hacking. He says, I'm genuinely worried about my ex. She would never do this normally. I'm going to cut my kids' faces out of this because I have morals. And then there's pictures of the hacked account, and he censored the children's face. I'm genuinely worried about my ex. She would never do this normally. I'm going to cut my kids' faces out of this. I'm worried she's on drugs. I've been hearing such news. Wild behavior. Y'all are simpletons and idiots. I get it, but it's fun watching you think I'd have her login. That's a whole new level of stupid from you crowd. Fuck me dead, dude. What do you think about this?
I just can't imagine being in the mindset of wanting that to go down. And then, you know, like, also, how old is this man? In his 40s or something?
Yeah, easily 40s.
It's incredible to think that he's sitting there being like, yes, no one will suspect. You know?
Exactly.
Like, surely after 4 decades, you'd figure it out. But, all right, I'm just going to look at this from a purely objective standpoint here. What do I think would have happened? And why would it be so centrally focused around the kids?
Yeah, why would someone hack into her account? Like, the only person with the motivation to do that is
I know.
you.
It's like it's a pretty straightforward investigation.
Yeah. You open a shut case. Laura then quickly took to TikTok where she uploaded a video titled, I have been hacked, my account deleted, and videos deleted by my ex. She explains that Stephen was the one who deleted all of her content, which is a primary source of income for herself and their kids. Yeah, that's another element of it. Like he's literally deleting all of her work, which makes her money, which is in turn, funding their children. So not only sabotaging the mum, but also the children there. Laura explains that the reason she thinks that Stephen chose to now to do this was because she had just recently gone to a wedding where she had posted a picture of her new long-term boyfriend with his face covered. The caption said, quote, "Went to a Western-themed wedding last night and didn't expect this, but it kind of warmed my cold little heart. I think when you've been through a divorce, it's easy to side-eye the whole concept of lasting love, but something about last night, the vows, the way they looked at each other, the way the bride's dad cried, just cracked something open. I even found myself thinking maybe it is possible to have real, steady, healthy love. Maybe. I'm still keeping his face covered though. We've seen how going public worked out for me before. Anyway, love might be real. I'm cautiously optimistic and also wearing cowboy boots, and I learned how to two-step." Nice. Well, I'm glad she's happy at least. Like, that's
what an eventful day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Steven's fucking only friend and ally is his AI companion that he made for himself.
Yes.
Sad as fuck. So Stephen began to receive accusations from a large number of people. He denied that it was him who had hacked her account, but he said that it was all the attention was very flattering. I hate that fucking thing that crackheads do where they're like, yes, this was all part of my plan. Thank you for giving me my attention. You've fallen straight into my trap. It's like a very, again, Jackson reference here, but a very boogie thing to do. He would always do this. Whenever he was caught out on a lie, he'd be like, yes, I intended this to trick the believers into wasting time on me or whatever, or trick the trolls into wasting time on my little lies. They fall straight into my plan.
Why do they do that? Because it's so...
Because they have to. They're narcissists.
It's another one of these, but it's
people.
so obvious that's not happening.
Yeah. Yes, for sure, to normal people. But they're narcissists. They have to constantly validate their own superiority complexes or feeling like they're the smartest people in the room.
Dude, it is hilarious thinking about Boogie having a superiority complex.
Well, it is, but also superiority complexes and things like that deeply go hand in hand with people with very intrinsic self-consciousness issues, right? Like it just does.
Right. Okay.
Like self-esteem issues, I mean.
Yeah, all right. So it's just used over, it's a scab over the wound.
Yeah, it's like a form of protection because they know that they're shit deep down and they can't handle the fact that they're shit deep down, so they have to pretend that they're not shit deep down.
Yeah.
And to do that, they have to commit to the bit.
It was my plan all along.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm epic. It's like
surprise.
Yeah. Well, see all that.
You thought I wasn't, but I am.
See what I'm saying? It's like fake it till you make it, basically. Like
totally.
The entire concept there. It's like I pretend to be awesome. Well, science doesn't lie.
Have to accept me.
Yeah. Stephen began to receive accusations from a large number of people. He denied that it was him who had hacked her account, but he said that all of the attention was very flattering. The evidence that he posted to prove it wasn't him was immediately scrutinized by internet detectives. Stephen said he was sent pictures of a hacked Facebook account, and that's when he first saw what was happening. But in these pictures that he provided, it appears that the Facebook had actually been logged into, as the status field at the top of the page reads "What's on your mind" with Laura's profile picture, while also having the create story button and also the option to boost posts, indicating that the person sending the photo would have had to have been logged into her account. This automatically made everyone assume that Stephen was lying about it being sent to him, and he was actually logged into the account and made an error by taking a picture while still logged in. Also, the photo that he claimed was sent to him was taken by phone, so you can see reflections of light features in the room, in the little red circle on the right there, Jordan. You can see like the light pictures. Like he's taking a picture of a screen, basically, so it's reflecting the light. So you can see the reflections of the light features in the room that subjectively match a chandelier that Stephen has in his home that he has posted about in the months preceding this event, which you see on the left here. Therefore, you can see that his own evidence that he supplied that was apparently, enough to prove that he didn't hack her account actually posits that A, the evidence supports the idea that the person taking the picture was logged into Laura's account, and B, the person taking the photo was in Stephen Hilton's house, or at least under his chandelier. So So I'm not quite sure how this is evidence to support his theory when in fact it shows the exact opposite. But it was a good effort, Stephen. You almost got it somehow.
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah. Good for you, Steve.
Laura posted another video of an officer taking pictures of documents with the caption, quote, "He hacked my accounts, violated the order, deleted years of work, took the food from our kids' mouths. Justice is coming. Hashtag." I'm joking. I'm laughing because it's just the hashtag is so stupid. Hashtag narcissistic abuse. Hashtag justice will be served. Laura also justified her continuous posting of their struggles on social media, as many were telling her to stay off it and focus on herself and the kids, saying, quote, "To those telling me to keep this off social media, staying silent protects the abuser, not the victim. Abusers count on our silence to continue their control and manipulation behind closed doors. Speaking out shines a light on the abuse, helps keep me and others safe, and breaks the cycle for anyone else going through it. Sharing my story isn't about drama, it's about survival, truth, and reclaiming my voice after being violated, silenced, and publicly smeared. I have a restraining order, yet he continues to harass me and has even deleted my platform and work. Silence would be complicity. This is post-separation abuse, and it's real." End quote. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Don't really have anything to say about that. Pretty concise, straight to the point. Laura has received a lot of negative comments about her handling of the situation, with criticism being levied against her for seemingly using the situation for attention and monetization. But hey, if you're getting like stalked and stuff, I say, why not monetize it, I guess?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
so
sure.
Something good may as well come out of it. Chapter 5, recent developments. So the ability to, again, all of this stuff happened very recently, but this stuff is the most recent stuff that's happened in the last month. The bitterly separated couple have been embroiled in a legal battle for a while now. Laura's restraining order against Stephen would now be violated if he was proven to have hacked her account. Stephen has been very vocal about not being able to see his kids, reposting letters that he's been unable to send to Laura due to her restraining order, which in of itself likely still breaks the restraining order because you're not meant to I think restraining orders cover attempting to indirectly contact the person involved as well. Like you can't, if you have a restraining order against someone, you can't be like, hey, you can't just hire someone to then relay your message to them because that's still indirectly breaking the restraining order. So if you post a post on Facebook and be like, hey, can you guys tag or show this to Laura so that she sees it? I'm pretty sure there's still grounds for that breaking the restraining order.
I would imagine so too.
Yeah. So anyway, it seems that Stephen has not been in the position to get a decent lawyer to help him fight in court to see his kids.
No.
While Laura has, all that money's going to crack. All of his Patreon money's going to crack. And AI
And as
money.
we found out, there's not that much Patreon money either.
Yeah, that's not a lot of crack. While Laura herself has retained a crack legal team. So I'm not going to read this out, but there's a long letter that he sends to the her legal representative, basically asking for her to relay the message, asking for the lawyer to relay the message to Laura.
What?
What? Like, hey, can you break the law for me, lawyer? Laura's lawyer? AI told me it was okay. And then there's a Patreon post here saying, emergency gathering to keep my kids. I need a war chest from June 9th. It says, I need to retain a lawyer today, not later, not eventually, today. My ex just hired one of the most ruthless attorneys in Los Angeles, M-, designed to bury me. Okay, so this is again written by AI. And unless I fight back right now, I'll lose my kids. Let me make this clear. That's another AI thing, by the way. Let me make this clear, followed by bullet points. Yep. Keep an eye out for all these things. As soon as it's like, again, it's got this kind of attitude to it, the style of writing AI, where it's meant to like,
give it now.
Yeah, be like pseudo edgy kind of, like cut through the noise kind of stuff. It's very obnoxious. Let me make this clear. I walked away from a multi-million-dollar production company I spent a decade building for, M-, because I don't care about money. I cared about peace and my kid's future, . Instead, she burned through all the saved money in there. I gave her the $4 million house I bought with my savings, M-, so my kids would have a safe home. All right, so yeah, I guess he's funding his legal pursuit here instead of his music project now. So if your money has gone to the GoFundMe for the music project, which was actually his crack addiction or his drug addiction, now it's going to the lawyers. Probably not. Still probably going to the drugs, if I had to guess. At the start of July 2025, Stephen sent a letter to Laura's attorney saying that he was going to sue Laura's lawyer and report it to the bar. He posted the letter to his Patreon, which is around 24,000 members. I am going to read this one because it's kind of funny. It says, I'm going to sue LC lawyer and report it to the bar. And that's just the beginning. Dash.
You just wait.
I think this one's actually written by him because it's written very poorly.
Okay, right.
He says, I know I have legal eagles following me, so I'm showing you the email I'm about to send. Firstly, though, look at this company. This is who you hire. And then it's a link to the lawyers, I guess. So he's like, he's like clowning on the lawyers for some reason, even though he doesn't have any lawyers. It's kind of funny. I'm launching a formal complaint against the attorney and reporting her to the bar. Dash. Notice the first bad review mentions her personally. Has anyone here ever sued a lawyer/law firm? Here's what I have so far. Dear lawyer, I am writing to formally address your conduct in the current family court matter between myself and Laura Cleary and to request a path forward that does not require further escalation because he knows he'll lose. Please don't fight me. I'm just a simple drug addict.
I'm attacking you. I require no retaliation. Just please see if that is advised.
Yeah, just give me everything I ask for and we can go our separate ways. When exactly were you retained by Miss Cleary and why did it take until the night before the hearing to inform me of your involvement in this matter? You served me a sizable evidentiary package via email extremely late the night before our scheduled 8:30 a.m. hearing. I know that package took weeks to prepare and your timing of letting me know was premeditated. I understand you may assert the documents were sent at 8:38 p.m., but that is entirely immaterial. I don't receive an email the second it's sent, and it is well within the realm of reason and record that I received it close to midnight. As a self-represented party, that's not a good sign. This is not just discourteous. Oh my God. What? It is AI written.
It's procedurally reckless.
Followed by preceding an M dash. I also want to highlight that some of the materials you submitted included images of my personal film studio, M dash. Images that could only have been taken in the last few weeks because of the setup and the show we were recording and during a time when I was the only one with access to my home. This discovery sent me into a complete panic, wondering if there had been a break-in or if someone close to me had acted inappropriately. In my panic, I reached out to you multiple times that night for an explanation, but all of my attempts to contact you were ignored. Ultimately, I even resorted to asking for help online, as thankfully I have a lot of legal professionals as followers. Dude.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, you do not listen to comments.
Yeah, I know. Lawyer here.
Yeah, imagine getting legal advice from a fucking self-described lawyer in your comments that's actually like a 12-year-old fan. God
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you've got grounds to sue.
Yeah, why not? 8 hours before a hearing with an attorney I had no idea about. I thought they could help, and they did. I just needed to figure out where those images could have come from. The situation is extremely concerning. I believe this was an obvious attempt to wrongfoot me, a self-represented dad already under immense pressure. You are a legal professional. You knew exactly what you were doing, and you know I have been enduring weeks of a 24/7 hate campaign orchestrated and stemming from directly from your client's false claims. The court acknowledged your submission was improperly marked and not compliant with evidentiary standards. That resulted in a full-day hearing instead of a short one, and ultimately a continuance of at least 30 days. That delay means I do not get to see my children for another month. It also means I've lost at least that much time, unable to work, and the emotional toll is significant. Just stop doing drugs. Jesus Christ. This is so much effort. Just stop doing drugs. Don't you just want to grab him by the ears and just scream in his face? Stop doing drugs. It's
Stop
so
doing
easy.
drugs. Yeah, it'll be so easy. Yeah.
Not to trivialize addiction, but it's so fucking easy. It's so easy not to do drugs. Sorry, guys, but it is.
But look, what Jackson is saying, though, is there is a very immediate remedy that would stop all of these court proceedings.
But yeah, just put yourself on the path to recovery. Actually take, you're in the wrong. You're just straight up in the wrong. You're an addict. You're a drug addict. You should not be allowed near children, especially alone. So 100% you're in the wrong. You need to fix that about yourself. You need to stop being a drug addict. It doesn't make your music better. In fact, it makes you more manic and absolutely insane. So I think that you're your drug-inspired, inspiration experiment has failed. You can move on now. Just stop doing drugs. It's the only path forward.
Pretty straightforward, yeah.
He continues though. Let me be absolutely clear. Again, more AI. I want access to my children. M dash, not retaliation. Don't hit me, please. But I am now forced to weigh the following options. Bullet point 1, filing a formal complaint with the state bar for unethical conduct, abusive process, and prejudicial treatment of a self-represented litigant. I have that in my drafts ready to send. Oh man, he's got his finger over the button. The nuclear codes. Pursuing civil damages against you personally for provable huge financial loss and emotional distress caused by your actions. I was supposed to be making a movie now, and I cannot because of this extension. Or ideally, resolving this now without delay through a good faith solution that allows me to move forward. Oh, what's in this for them?
I don't know.
They're clearly going to win. You're a drug addict, and you're not safe to be around children. So they should win.
Yeah, totally.
Because I am under a restraining order, I cannot speak directly with Laura. That's a great sentence.
That is a good sentence, you're right.
That leaves you, the lawyer, as the only possible bridge towards a resolution. If you cannot or will not create that bridge, I will escalate through all necessary legal channels. You have 48 hours to respond from the time sent of this email, or this puppy will be executed. If I do not receive a clear good faith response by then, I will initiate the next steps. Respectfully, Stephen Hilton. Jesus Christ.
Goodbye.
He does sound like a Bond villain.
His menacing British accent. Yeah, I know. It's that. It's always the same thing when it comes to like legal powers, especially when people are trying to represent themselves. They do try and sound like formal and threatening because they think that that's the way that lawyers are supposed to speak. However, it is the way that lawyers speak, not you. So it always comes off as just a bit like you're doing an impression or something.
Exactly. I was going to say you have to have like the professional basis behind you to be able to give that credit, the clout. It's kind of like the legal letter version of a 8-year-old kid wearing his dad's suit.
Yes. Oh man, that is like so on point. That's like, what he sounds like. He sounds like his children writing the letter.
He's cute and endearing, but also it ain't gonna work, bud.
I'm gonna be very angry if you don't respond in 2 days. Like,
yeah, right.
Yeah, dude. Okay. It is like I'm imagining large LA firm. I'm sure they're terrified.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think they know a little bit more about law than you and your AI companion.
And your trusty bandit of commenters.
Your parasocial people that somehow are giving you Patreon money and supporting you somehow through this. Stephen also responded to the domestic violence restraining order, where he entered a declaration of disagreement of the order. He provided a letter to the judge as well as supporting evidence. The document is online and available to view. You can read it online. He basically talks about different accusations towards Laura acting inappropriately with the children. Basically, like he points to a few instances of where Laura accidentally injured their children and was like, she's a neglectful mum as well. She shouldn't be allowed access to her children either. I'm a great dad. And wait, no, there is actually a really funny line in here somewhere. Let me read through it. Oh yeah, I'm just going to read it because it is kind of funny at the start. Your Honor, and to whom it may concern, I want to begin by stating clearly and without hesitation that there has never been a single incident in which my children have been harmed, endangered, or neglected under my care. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for their time under their mother's supervision. There have been documented injuries, burns, broken bones, and facial trauma. For context, I am a well-known film composer who has scored over 50 Hollywood movies, James Bond, Moulin Rouge, Ocean's 11, and I moved to LA at the personal request of Hans Zimmer, one of the most respected composers in the world. I was granted entry to the United States as a, quote, person of extraordinary
ability.
And
their words, not mine.
Yeah. More like a cracker of extraordinary crackiness.
I suppose that is an extraordinary ability.
Yeah. You should see how
like
many.
An extraordinary amount of crack, yeah.
How many grams I can do in one sitting.
I'm impressed.
That's rare and hard won, but more pertinently, it is not given to anyone with the slightest run-in with the police, either in the US or the UK. I've worked at the highest levels of the industry for decades and am known for both my creative integrity and professional liability. Reliability, not liability. I am not someone with a history of volatility. Bro, you absolutely are. Like just this one episode, man.
No, he says he's not.
Oh, never mind. Hans Zimmer attested to that. I am someone with a long respected track record and a deep lifelong commitment to music, healing, and fatherhood.
Oh, man. Oh,
which is at odds with Laura, who's been in police trouble a lot and likes to joke about it. And then he goes into a few cases of like genuine accidents. It sounds like Laura apparently closed the door hard, accidentally slamming it into Poppy's face. The daughter's face. So yeah, there were that stuff happens. Like, I don't think that was abuse.
No, I'm sure she did that deliberately.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just sounds like an accident, doesn't it? It's like, what is he trying to say out of that?
Well, she was injured. Therefore, she should never be allowed around her biological mother ever again.
That is violence.
Yeah. That's not remotely the same as like being a crackhead and high on like a cocktail of drugs while having individual care of two, like a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. That's obviously a bad idea.
Yes.
This past week, I was publicly accused falsely of serious misconduct in front of Laura's audience of over 24 million people. Since then, I've received a barrage of harassment, threats, and abusive messages around the clock. I'll even forgive that if I can have my kids back. I've never been in trouble with the police in my life until Laura had me arrested. I've never been violent, never abusive, never so much as raised my voice to someone in anger in a way that would warrant intervention. This is the first time I've experienced anything like this, and it's been devastating. Until just 1 week before I was served with these papers, we were still friendly, cooperative, and communicative. The children were even staying with me the night before the papers were served. I do not want conflict. I want peace. I want to be a father to my children. I'm confused and heartbroken. Possibly some behavior for 2 weeks may have seemed erratic. Understatement of the year. This was at the level of a prescription dosage error, over medication related to my diagnosed ADHD and level 2 autism. Yeah, they give autism levels.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool that he reached level 2.
Yeah, good on him. Halfway to level 3. I'm going to grind that XP. Every Lego set I make gives me 10% towards my next level. I take full responsibility for that, and we corrected it without issue. I was never any danger to the children. They are my world. They are safe with me. They are deeply loved, and they love me just as much. Please do not deprive them of a father who has done nothing to harm them. Please do not deprive them of the musical legacy they were born into. Oh my God. What, don't you like this?
So much worse that a drug addict is writing to court.
This is a place for gentlemen.
Don't you think? It's always just like, it's such a mismatch.
It's like 90% drug heads in there. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. It's every single time I love it. I've talked about it before, but my greatest pastime is sitting in local court.
Yeah, oh man. I've never done that, but I want to. It's just because there's no real big courts around where I am. But reading court documents online of just like court transcripts is one of my favorite pastimes.
I honestly think the smaller you go, the better.
Probably, yeah. It is just like a real world reality TV show.
Yeah, that's it. I seriously think I've been far more entertained going into court for free than I have been going to musicals, stand-up comedy shows, plays. It's way better than all of it.
How rowdy do you get? Do you stand up and cheer?
No, dude, I'm not a psycho.
You don't get up and start crying when the guilty verdict is handed down?
I have like involuntarily laughed and made the judge raise their eyebrows and say like, if the gallery cannot contain themselves, I will ask them to leave. That has happened.
So you have
and I also knew this, that the court officers, okay, sometimes they're going behind that door that they go in and out of. Sometimes they're going to retrieve documents. I know from talking to them afterwards. Sometimes they go in there to laugh.
Yeah, I bet. It'd be hard not to.
That's how entertaining court is.
Yeah.
I highly recommend everyone do it. And in America, you'd have some pearlers.
Yeah. Have you ever done jury duty?
No, we're not allowed to do jury duty, Jackson,
Why not?
because we're media figures.
What? We can't?
Yeah, you're not allowed to. You will never get a letter in the mail.
I did
Sorry
get a letter.
to upset you.
I did get a letter in the mail. Like, yeah, it would have been like 5 years ago, probably. But
and you came up with some excuse.
Well,
You're
no.
just like, I'm a neo-Nazi, and so I have prejudices. And
Yeah. I just love the word guilty. I can't stop saying it. I'm a bad listener, and I love accusing people of guilt. No, I got out of it because I had I think I was going on a trip somewhere, but regardless.
Yeah, well, honestly, okay, if
I
they
wish I
are
did.
sending you letters, they shouldn't be, I don't think. I don't think that you're qualified for it, Jackson. No offense.
Come on, I'll be honest. Invite me again.
Okay, yes. I'm sure that you would be a very good jury duty person, but I think your job, you are not allowed to.
That's so lame. God, being a YouTuber sucks. Fuck this job. Fuck all of you out there for making this a possibility.
Yeah. Wow, what a bad job this is. Not only do you not get something that everybody hates, you also get to get huge tax write-offs on virtually everything.
Yeah,
This
fuck.
job sucks.
God damn it. No, but I would like to see how jury duty goes. It would be interesting.
Look, it is. Everybody that says it, well, I don't know. It's just everybody that I know that has gone on jury duty has been on a high-profile murder case. But I'm imagining that you could also just get on jury duty for, the Salisbury mail stealer or
Oh,
something.
no. Yeah, never
Yeah.
mind. Jesus, snooze. I'd be late to that one. What happens when you're late to that? Do you also then get found guilty? Like, do you have your own court proceedings then?
I don't know what happens. What happens if you're late for
They
jury
probably,
duty?
they probably just replace you with a different juror, right? Like from a pool of.
But like,
holdovers.
once the jury's been decided on, do you get to do that?
Actually, yeah, I don't know what happens. Interesting. There's a whole new world that we're not privy to as YouTubers.
No, it's mere mortals, yeah.
Both of my children have shown immense natural musical talent, and to cut them off from my presence is to cut them off from a deep well of knowledge, history, and mentorship that only I can offer. I'm not here to argue, retaliate, or cause drama. Thank you. I mean, he did score Ocean's 11, so.
That is incredible. Yeah, his entire argument is Hans Zimmer thinks I'm cool. And that is a good argument.
I mean, it's enough for me.
Yeah.
Not guilty, which is why I'll never be on jury duty.
I find you guilty of being cool.
Here, then he posts pictures of her like acting cordially. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Cordially. Why does it sound weird? Am I saying it right?
Sort of. It's a hard word to pronounce, yeah.
Cordially.
Well, it's definitely not that.
She's acting pleasant enough to him in messages.
A very cordial way.
Yeah. Oh, how'd you do that? That said it right. The way you said it. Cordial. That's a drink.
Yeah, that's a drink.
Is that also the way you say it though?
No, I think it's cordial.
Cordial. Okay. Anyway, we'll sort this out in a future episode of Red Thread. Yeah, so she's acting nice enough in him to messages, and he uses this as evidence that he's not actually abusive, even though that's not how abuse works. Or plus, he's a drug addict. That's the entire central premise of why he's not allowed around his children. Her acting like nice to him in messages has nothing to do with that. Finally, during August of 2025, there have been more developments that people online are calling Emailgate. According to this Reddit recap, just like Hillary Clinton, this was taking the world by storm. According to this Reddit recap, it seems that the internet believes that Steven created a new email address where he pretended to be someone else that was pretending to be him. Jesus fucking Christ, I hate crackheads. I can't make sense of it.
Yeah, they're fucked.
From the fake account, he sent a panicked email to the lawyer and the judge, essentially saying that their two children had been sexually assaulted by Laura and her new boyfriend. The email was allegedly pretty graphic. It also contained the threat of taking one child away, the older boy with autism, if they did not respond within 24 hours. The lawyer then forwarded the email to Steven's correct email address just before 3 a.m. in the morning with 3 words, that being, the child is safe. Steven immediately posted about this exchange online, acting as though this was the first time that he saw the original email because it didn't come from him, allegedly, and was trying to figure out how to respond to it. Some have also posited the theory that some of Stephen Hilton's fans could have sent this email after Stephen had previously publicly doxed Laura and her lawyer's email addresses. So I don't know how that works. He was faking. He made a fake email account that itself was pretending to be him. So he was pretending to be himself, and then he sent an email to the lawyer, accusing Laura and her new boyfriend of sexually assaulting their children. I think that's it. That's fucking insane.
What's the plan there?
Yeah, I don't know what the fucking plan is there. Why would you? I get the plan of like accusing Laura of duplicitous shit if like you're a weasel and you're trying to get your children back. Like I get that's the motivation, but why pretend to be someone else pretending to be you? I don't understand that point.
Nah, me neither.
This makes no sense. Can someone in chat?
He's too much of a genius.
Can someone in the comments make sense of this one for us? Because I've tried thinking about this and I have no fucking idea what he's.
Translate the crackalese for us. Like, I'd really like to know what's going on there.
That's so strange. The motivation makes sense. The execution leaves a lot to be desired. I don't get it.
Yeah, good way of putting it.
Laura has continued to post normal content to her account, sometimes hinting at struggles behind the scenes, but she has regained access to her social media accounts and the videos have been restored. Stephen created a podcast named after his eldest son, where he claims he has gone to treatment now for the third time and is feeling pretty emotionally broken and overwhelmed and sick. He claims he has stopped all substance abuse and is feeling guilty, shameful, and isn't connecting to any recovery programs. He writes that he's crying and that he is an idiot and that he is trying to say goodbye to his old life in an attempt to rebuild. Many are questioning the legitimacy of this effort and him going into, rehab and stuff like that, as the dates he claims to be in recovery are not really adding up. And also he is still actively posting while he is allegedly in recovery, though he claims that he snuck an old iPhone inside. These strange videos are still being uploaded on TikTok like this one, which is just plain bizarre. Let's watch it.
All right.
The final video. I think this is the most recent video, maybe. It says ChatGPT, time for another something. OnlyFans video.
I'm going to do OnlyFans to make money for the trip. I don't have any ideas for it.
What the fuck is this?
I swear to God, these cameras... I don't know how to stand this up, this thing. I used to be so healthy, and now everything I eat has to come in some kind of crinkly foil.
What the
Thanks for coming. What do you think? I was thinking like the cowboy is sexy, but also a pimp is sexy, right? With nothing underneath.
So is this the whole shoot, or is this just like the warm-up?
Unbelievable.
This honestly feels like a gender reveal for a failed magician.
Fine, I mean, my friend told me I have to up the stakes because of last time.
Did he also tell you had to dress like a horny flamingo at Coachella?
Hey! Never done an OnlyFans with anyone else. Bought a fog machine and a smoke machine and a bubble one. It's supposed to be sexual.
It's actually kind of sweet.
Is it?
No. But I'm still here.
Yeah.
Well, to bravery and first time.
I said, Brian, if I tell them this, will you back me up? He said no. So the only way I'm going to do it is coded, I guess.
What the fuck, dude?
Dude, I gotta watch more of it.
What the fuck,
He's
man?
a creative genius. He is a creative genius. I'm a fan.
What the fuck?
What was that? That was the strangest TikTok I've ever seen. Look, he's taken the medium to strange new places.
Why is he like creating a narrative out of his drug abuse? Like him messaging his dealer at the end. That's not going to do much for the court case. And again, this was posted on his actual TikTok account. Like it's him. It's his account.
Fuck yeah. Okay, yeah. There's Jesus Christ, that's incredible.
Man, he does not look good either.
No.
Like, scroll up to the top. Remember that? Where was it? The photo of him on page 2 in the suit.
Hey, kids. Yeah.
Like, fairly, put together, let's say. Fairly put together.
Yeah.
He now cut to him. He is very...
Yeah. And now he's just... yeah. In a weird, matted light, lunging towards the camera naked.
It's terrifying. Actually, like a horror movie. Ugh. Very creepy. Anyway, this is still ongoing drama. We've covered everything that we can, that we have compiled into this document. And every day there seems to be something new uploaded. So I'm sure it's going to get a lot more details coming out soon, especially the culmination of the legal case. I mean, at the core of it, kids are involved. So, I mean, yeah, it's sad that the kids are going to be the ones that suffer here, as is most cases from a broken home and drug addict parent. It's good that Laura is safe at least, and hopefully Stephen gets the help that he desperately needs. But judging by that video posted at the end of last month, I don't think that's currently happening. So hopefully in the future it does, and that also I hope that the legal system and the court and the police take this seriously as well. And this doesn't turn into a more sinister case eventually. Like, I don't know, psychosis from drugs could lead to bad stuff happening. So hopefully not. Hopefully not. Any last thoughts from you?
That took incredible turns, and I'm really happy that it ended on that video.
Yeah.
That's such an exciting conclusion to it all.
Yeah, it wraps it up nicely. It gives a very inside look into Stephen. I mean, I think that's all of his content on his account, by the way. So maybe you will have to subscribe to his OnlyFans. You'll be one of his top contributors over on his Patreon probably by the end of the week.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a really, really weird combination of I'm a YouTuber, so everything I do is kind of bubbly and bright and short and jump cutty. And watch me delve into the lumpen proletariat and never return. Like he's just gone straight into the depths. It's all very seamy, his life now.
It's like the YouTube version of, it's the mainstream version of watch this person slip into absolute insanity, just progressively more and more. Like usually that stuff was relegated to the back channels of the internet, like in more niche groups. Like they would be documented on message boards and stuff like that as locales. But then to actually see this happen in real time is pretty wild in the public, in like mass view, like a power couple.
So you think that this is like quite a rare instance?
To this scale, yeah. Like I'm trying to think of other, power couples that have broken down. They've kind of just faded into, like they eventually just like both detach from each other and then detach on the internet. And I'm sure they go insane and stuff, but it's off the internet. Like they have proper people around them, surrounding them, advising them maybe to stay off the internet and get clean and things like that. Whereas this guy is just like unfiltered insanity online for everyone to see. Like you definitely see insane people online, don't get me wrong, but it's never in this kind of context.
Yeah, not in this way.
Yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Red Thread. Thank you very much for joining us. Jordan's got live shows across the planet, and if by planet, and by planet I mean Australia.
Mostly along the east coast of Australia.
Yeah, so in a very specific little subsection of the planet. You can go see him right now, talk about aliens live, as well as go visit his self-help channel, which is doing really well at the moment because he talks about very similar stuff to what we talk about here. So if you want to go see him, listen to drama, talk about drama and stuff, but with the self-help angle, that'll be linked below. Go check it out. He does great content there. Buy his merch. Jordan's great. You have any last thoughts?
No, I think that you summarized that pretty well. I am great. And I will see you all next time.
He's going to go do some crack.
Man that I am.
You're going to try to beat Stephen.
Ah, man. It's really strange. I just do have a crack pipe as a prop. And I've just been twiddling it this whole time, being like, I bet it would be fun.
Oh, by the way, also to wrap this up as well, for a little plug of my own, Soul Syrup's available now. It's our tea that Kira and I make. You can head over to soulsyrup.com.au. Great tea over there. That's going to do it. I'm good. You good?
All right.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.